Unmuted. Hi. Sorry I'm late and I was talking to you and I wasn't even unmuted. I'm annoyed with myself. Let me bring Allie up. Give me just a sec. Here we go. Hi.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Not much. Just sitting here waiting on you. What are you doing?
Well, rushing around like a maniac because I couldn't even hold on a second. What is wrong with me today? I can't function. Oh, it's not going to work. Hold on. I'm going to have to send something to our chat, okay?
Okay.
Because this is the only way I can get to the video. All right. I'm going to send it there. All right. Anyway, because I had it unlisted and it's on my other channel. It's on the Ward channel. And I have to be able to get to it, but I don't want to open up like all the things. So if I just click it from ours, it'll be in my history and it'll be super easy. I was not paying attention to the time and I was over here watching. If you guys are not watching the feud, Capote versus the Swans, you're missing out. You need to be watching it. It is so good. I'm actually quite proud of Ryan Murphy. And I might even be willing to excuse him for the last few episodes of whatchamacallit, or the last few seasons of American Horror Story, because this is good. You guys should be watching it. It's very, very good. And I shared the wrong one to myself. So that's helpful. I'm a mess today,
I don't
you guys.
know anything about that. So
what? I've been telling
you told me about this show. Yeah, like that's all I know, but I don't know like the people really or anything. And
I don't know the people either. It's way before my time. Like but they were talking like 50s and 60s. But the show is still good because it's, I don't know, it's just good. All right, so let me tell y'all what we have on the agenda for today. Although I'm not even sure that I'm going to be speaking to Miss Allie Erickson after what she sent me earlier. I'm considering a block. I did not need that in my life, ma'am. Yeah.
Oh, Bendy, you're so funny. That was funny.
Okay, so let me tell you what we have on the agenda for tonight. Okay, so obviously it's all Tisha all the time, right? Well, Tisha Lynn has had a lot of trouble with getting the whatchamacallit to work. The cripes. The let me focus. Tisha's had a lot of trouble getting the video visits to work. She's very upset about it, and there's about 11 billion calls regarding it. The first batch of calls, there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 to Harley while they're trying to get this figured out. And so I'm going to play them for you guys just because I want you to hear it, because, that's what you guys, signed up for. It's what you donated for. So I'm going to let you hear it. Obviously, I'm going to play it for y'all. And we're just going to play it straight through because it's not really all that important. It's not anything like super juicy or anything like that. It's just, part of the deal. And I want to make sure that you guys have all the things, that are available. And then the next call is to Amy. And then there are two Amy Lang. And then there's one call to Harley and another call to Amy. And then there is a third call to Harley, but it lasted like 9 seconds. And then for whatever reason, Letecia hung up. I don't know why. She's crazy like that. So it's actually the next batch of calls where, okay. in the next batch of calls, there's a lot of talk, mainly between Letecia and Amy L. Okay, Amy Lang. She does, in a very roundabout way, talk about the case. However, there, and I will tell y'all, there's a lot of Amy this month. But there's also an Aunt Brenda, and this call to Aunt Brenda is actually kind of good. Aunt Brenda gets a little spicy, and it's not towards Harley. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It made me laugh. I had giggled. And I will also tell you that there are some calls that, frankly, were just very difficult to clean up. I don't know what Letecia is doing. I don't know if it depends on which phone she uses. Like maybe some phones are not as good as other phones. I don't know. But there are some calls where if I had adjusted it any more, it would have been, the other caller would have been too loud. It happens mainly on the calls between Letecia and Harley and Letecia and Amy Lang. For whatever reason, Amy Lang's volume on her phone is incredibly loud, and it's a little difficult. So, anyway, are we ready, Allie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry I was
He's
so
ready.
disorganized. I have it under control now, I promise. All right, here we go.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, what happened to your thing?
I don't know. I woke up and I had an email and it said it was canceled again.
Okay, well, I just need to let me redo it to you. I don't know why I keep doing that. The lady had already approved it. She accidentally canceled it,
So weird.
so I just send it to you again.
Wait, hold on. Mm, okay. Okay. I got it. It's in 10 minutes.
Yeah, hey, you need to find out how to pay that thing online, like ASAP, and I can send you. You already have my 30, and I can send you 70 out of my account on a check.
Okay.
So, did you log in to see when it was due?
No, but I can log in today.
But log in while you're waiting before we talk, and then that way,
Okay.
and I can just do the email for the $70 to go in, like, because you already have my 30 and it should be with 100.
Okay.
I'll take it out of my phone money and just not call as much, you know what I mean? Just to pay that.
Okay.
Okay. Talk to you a little bit later.
Okay. Love you.
You at work?
No.
Oh. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Hey, it got canceled again.
Really? Hang on, yeah, the lady accidentally canceled mine, so she let me redo it. Hold on, let me look, see if it reached it. Hold on.
Go over. Oh my God. There's a triple in the road. He's going to get hit. Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
No, no, no. Oh my God. Somebody hit me. 15th.
What's happening here is Harley is driving. Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to
Hey.
pause it. 'Cause it's even important. Okay. I just wanted you guys to hear it. Harley is driving. Okay. And there is a turtle in the middle of the road. And it's not me. It's the phone call. It's because Harley is driving and she's screaming about somebody hitting the turtle in the middle of the road. And so when you go to clean it up and you try to take away the background noise, it will take away all the sounds of the driving and it only leaves her audio. But because she's screaming, it's messes it up. But I didn't want you guys to not have something. So here it is. But that's what's going on. She's driving.
Hey,
I'm gonna try to figure it out, okay? And if I can, I'll redo it for late 10:45.
okay, I accepted the one for tomorrow already.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, love you.
Okay,
Bye.
love you, bye.
Hey, did you get another email? Because the lady said she confirmed it.
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and do it. Get ready. You gotta log in or something?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, I love you.
Hey, okay, I'll just tell you when I get on the phone.
You just what?
I'll tell you when I FaceTime you.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
I keep trying to log in, and then I tried doing my phone, and then it didn't work, and then I did it on my computer, and it says this browser's not available.
Okay, well, she's on the phone trying to get it like moved to 10:45.
Hold on.
Hey,
Hmm.
just keep checking your email for the resend for 10:45.
Wait, hold on.
There's nothing wrong with
Well,
the
I'm just trying
audio.
to get
It's
it to
just
work with
quiet.
Vanille, because it just keeps saying. Oh, wait. I just got another.
Hey,
Yeah.
are you at home?
Hmm.
Are you at home?
I drove back home
Okay, well, where are you going?
to the store
Oh, okay, well, she just reset it, so check your email.
for the 10:45.
Yeah,
I got it.
okay, love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey, it never
Hey,
it never rang.
that's so weird because like I picked it up on my end and then I clicked the, like if I click the pay confirmation,
Yeah.
so I clicked it and then it said waiting for a participant to join, and like I just sat on my bed and then it like X'd out of the whole screen and went back to the main menu. So I'm like, what the hell? So I went back and tried to see if I could pull it back up and then it was gone.
Yeah, I've been doing this since 10 o'clock, trying to get this thing to work. Because Harley's visit, they count. Remember I told you that, and then the lady rescheduled it. Well,
Yeah.
and I came out to go talk to her, and then it said it was counted again because of the notice. So I went to the dep again, and I said, hey, remember she did it accidentally. And then so they called to redo it again. And I just need to get a number to call these people because I'm gonna tell them I just want the money transferred. Like every time it doesn't work, so why am I just there's money sitting there and I just could put it on the phone.
Yeah, and that's what I told the guy on the customer service line the other day. I was like, we've tried to talk now like 3 times, and all 3 times it's either not the video's not come up or it's crashed. And he looked into it and he couldn't find like a reason why. He just said it might be the equipment there at El Paso County. So he sent out a request to have like a tech expert come out and look at all the equipment out there. But I'm just like, it's frustrating because you don't get a lot of time out, like hardly any time out during the day. And then when you do, you can't even access the equipment they give you to use to talk to people. It's ridiculous.
I know.
Oh, frustrating. I was going to throw my laptop.
I know. I'm sitting here like, so then they rescheduled Harley's for 10:45, but I don't even know if it's gonna work because this one didn't even ring. I sat there the whole time and nothing. It didn't work. It didn't ring at 10:15 for Harley. It didn't ring at 10:30, and like she called them and they were like, okay, but it's on there, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it because it popped up on my end, but then it just said, waiting for a participant to join. And like on my end, it'll say that, and then my webcam kicks on.
Yeah.
The webcam came on, so I'm like, okay, cool, that's further than I've gotten lately. And then it just completely X'd out and went back to the main menu. And I'm like, you've got to be freaking kidding me.
And like that one was done 48 hours in advance. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either. Their service, I looked them up online. They have like a 2.8 star rating out of 5, so apparently they're not very not well liked.
Well, I need to find out how I can ask. They need to like to take the money back and just let me put it on my phone or something because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's frustrating. And I did everything the dude told me to on my end. Like he told me to uninstall both the apps and reinstall them, so I did. I resent him all my verification stuff. Like I hard copied my driver's license and emailed it to them yesterday, and then like a verification photo to match my ID. And then they re-verified me. So like, I don't get it.
Yeah, me either. Well, I'm gonna see if I can find a number or something because this is ridiculous.
I'll call them again today and be like, all right, this is now the 4th time that we've had issues, and something's got to get figured out because they're not charging me for it. Like they don't take the money out of my account, but it's frustrating because, like I said, I'm sure it's happening to other people too, and they're probably equally as frustrated.
Yeah, and then they have the extra time to kind of correct the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I told the dude the other day on the phone. I'm like, she's got very limited time out during the day, so it kind of sucks when most of the time spent trying to figure out what the hell is going on with your guys' app.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to try to do Harley's at 10:45 because I got to lock down.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been trying to fix it to work. And when you call in Assassin, like if it's not going to work, can I just get it's the same people GTO? Can I just put it on my phone or something? Like, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll definitely see about that, and I'll see if they can.
El Paso keep they keep sending people in here to fix it. I don't know.
That's frustrating. Maybe like if you said the one you get to use, it's not a tablet, it's like a computer.
Yeah. But they're putting everybody back on the computer because the tablets are already they have to be docked anyway. Oh
my gosh, this is ridiculous. They need to. You would figure for what kind of service they are, they have better equipment and customer service and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
How's your day going there? Having a good day so far, aside from that?
Yeah, I stayed up and read all those pages last night. You only need
oh my.
Yeah, I really only need 100 of it out of all of it, out of 1,800. Only 100 is really relevant. Which is mostly me being like, oh, I need help with I go crazy, I need help, mental institution, or when I was like, I think I was going to finish at one point because I was reading something that was talk about, I was trying to look up the name of their organization, which I couldn't remember, and it was supposed to be annoying.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
So I was looking at that, and I was like, yeah, I must have those things because I kept asking for help. Y'all gotta protect me, I need help, these people are gonna kill me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that it goes through for you and Harley today so you can talk to her.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, give me a call whenever.
Okay, all right,
bye. Bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Okay, so there you have it, the many adventures of Harley and Letecia and Amy and the never ending can't get the video visit calls to work. Basically, that is what the crux and the majority of the call was all about this time. And Harley, okay, even when I listen to it and I listen to that call repeatedly, I cannot tell if Harley actually moved the turtle first and then it got hit or what happened. Allie, what you got, babe?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't get unmuted. No, I don't have too much. It's just the same old same. Amy C is always very like excited, and Harley, I feel bad for her, but I do think it's interesting. Tisha kept asking her, "What's wrong?" She asked that multiple times. Like, do you
She
really
did.
care what's wrong, Tisha? Or
Well,
yeah. So
yeah, because when you have kids, how like when you say what's wrong and they say nothing, but there's a tone. Harley had a tone.
yep.
And you say
Oh,
to
yeah.
your kid, no, 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 come on, something is wrong. Not Letecia. She's like, oh, okay, love you too, bye. So
I felt like she had a tone too. I noticed that on one of the times when she said something back, but it's like, does Tisha really care? Because we never hear Tisha asking Harley. Really, it's always usually about Tisha, or even when you think about like her mentioning her money. I don't know.
yes,
I don't know, fake concern or something.
yeah, it's off. Night, Seth. The other thing is, okay, at the very end of the call with Amy Lang, Letecia is talking about reading her discovery, and she's talking about those pretext calls. The pretext calls that were translated, or not translated, not my also, but transcribed.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Allie. Where she was wanting immunity. Now, at any point in time during those calls, did she say she was losing? I didn't. Let me see. Let me look, Seth. Oh, I missed two of them. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Seth. Thank you very, very much. That was very, very generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Laura, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. So generous. And thank you, Teacup Kraken, for gifting a membership. Thank you, MB, for being a member for 1 month. And thank you to Music City Mom, too, for gifting a membership. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I missed that. I was too busy trying to get these everything all situated, and I wasn't paying attention, and that's my bad, and I hate doing that. I'm sorry, you guys.
That was sweet, though. You guys are so sweet.
They are sweet. You guys are just Allie and I are really lucky. I don't care what anybody says. This chat is the best chat. We have the best chatters. We really do.
Absolutely agree.
So I don't recall at any point in time. Now Letecia is playing off those pretext calls as I was losing my mind. That's how she says it too. When I was losing my mind. Am I getting it? Did I nail it? Whatever, when I was losing my mind. Now that's what she's saying. She's saying that she was losing her mind. Like, bruh, come on, Letecia. You weren't losing. Maybe you were, but now it's just an excuse and it's annoying to me because we heard her screaming, I need immunity. So yeah. All right. Thank you, Foxfire, for becoming a member. Welcome to the ward. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, the next two calls, one is with Harley, one is with Amy Lang. And we're just going to listen to these because it's not this batch of calls is mainly about the video visits not working. But it's the next batch of calls where we're really going to get into all of the things. So I don't want to talk too much unless, Allie, because I know Allie has to be off of the live at a certain time. So we have to keep it, kind of tight.
Yeah. Well, I'm good, Bendy. So we can go on to the next one or sit here and talk. You know, I love to listen to you too. So I think you have a very, you're like Melissa. You guys have these beautiful brains that just,
Oh, thank
you
you.
never know what's going to come out of them, but they're very
I
interesting.
know I'd
to
be
listen
surprising
to.
myself sometimes the shit that flies out of here.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, you guys.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, don't forget, it's 6:15. So,
Okay.
what are you doing
At the car wash.
at the car wash?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it warm?
Yeah. It's like warm, but the sun's out.
I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. Well, I was just gonna remind you because she's gonna let me back out to do the one that we had scheduled. So I wanted to make sure you were on time, like the song, always on time.
Okay.
Did you go to church?
Yeah.
Good. 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 What'd you learn?
It was talking about like leadership and how like they were like, who was the better leader, Jesus or Messiah? Messiah brought people to the like brought people to God, but like he didn't actually like get them into like the gates of heaven, basically, you know.
The leader or Jesus or the Messiah?
Not Moses, not Messiah.
I was sitting there like, what in the world are they teaching y'all? Okay, yeah, because obviously Moses would be the Old Testament covenant, so he didn't have the blood sacrifice. So the better leader would be the person with the sacrifice. Well, I was sitting there like, the Messiah, that is the. I was going to be like, have you tried to talk to your teacher about this? Cool, cool. All right. So you decided Jesus was the better leader, right?
Right.
Well, too, Jesus was perfect, even in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that makes him even more credibility. And Jesus is God.
Exactly.
I was reading up on that the other day because someone had said that, and I was like, no, and I had to give a scripture a bunch of places in the Bible. I said, no, Jesus is God. I was like, that's where we talked about it a lot in the New Testament. Jesus is equal to God, and he's given all power and authority. So I was like, so on. Okay. Great. I try to help. I don't know. Sometimes it goes in some people's ears, it goes out the other, but you gotta always fight them, Right with the Christ. Anyway, so I was just gonna remind you about 6:15, so I'll be after work.
Okay, sounds good.
Which should be 8:15 your time.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, 6:15 my time, 8:15 your time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I did it because I knew you'd probably be done with all your whatever you had going on.
8:15 my time. So
8:15 your time. Yes. Okay. Love you.
Sounds good.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you, L. Bergs, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Welcome to the ward. Okay, so apparently Tisha has now taken her ministry from the toilet to the phone. Reverend Tisha X Esquire. Lord. I mean, there's really nothing to that one. There's really no commentary necessary. What do you, I mean, so let's just hear the next one.
Okay.
Unless you have
And before
something.
you go,
Yes.
I just want to say before you go, I'm not in chat because I'm looking for a couple things related to these calls. And then also I just came back to the chat to unmute and I saw Patricia's comment. She asked, is this 3 days before Gannon is found? And no, this was in 2021. So like almost 3 days and, almost a year since
Right.
he's been found.
This would be
Okay.
3 days. It would be coming up on a year since Gannon had been found in 3 days. Yes, correct.
Okay.
It's
So
a sad
that's all. And then
anniversary.
I know it's very sad. I wonder if they'll say anything on that day, but I doubt it. And then Pointer Lover, I just actually had a couple Reese cups or Reese trees before we started. But anyways, okay, that's all.
Yeah, that's a good point, creative minds. Which, I mean, not okay. I'm not even gonna, she thinks she knows a lot about things, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, she's trying to explain the subtle nuances, right, of the Old Testament, the New Testament, and all of that stuff. And listen, I'm a whole entire heathen. Okay, I mainly just believe in being a good person. All right, just do the best you can with what you got while you're here, and leave your corner of the world a better place. Help where you can when you can. That's my motto. But I know for facts that thou shalt not kill is like the number one commandment. Like that is where it started. That's the first commandment. And I feel like maybe you should have paid more attention to the commandments, because those are quite easy to read. There's really no room for nuance. Even me, who can always find a loophole, cannot find a loophole in that particular set of rules. So it's pretty straightforward. But let's, and it'll be 15 minutes. So if you need to run to the potty, get yourself something to drink, a snack, like me, go have a cig, whatever it is you need to do, you got time. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
how you doing?
Oh, same for different days. How about you?
Oh, Lord, does sound like a good start to the day, huh?
This has been one of those, like, I guess, lazy Sundays, for lack of better words.
Oh, yeah. Talk to Harley, and she's like, I'm at the car wash.
The weather was really nice here today. It was like mid 70s, so
Yeah, that's what she said. It was like not hot, but warm. Yeah.
yeah, that's how it was here too. We went and did some grocery shopping and then came home, and that's really about it. Girls are coloring pictures and things like that. So we've just been kind of hanging out today.
Y'all been shopping on base
Oh, no.
so far?
I haven't been shopping on base. Yeah, not in a long time now. We live in like the city of Hope Mills, so we went out to Food Line and went and got groceries.
Oh, I love Food Line. MVT card.
Girl, I do too. It's so nice. I hadn't ever been there until like earlier this year, and I'm like, why have I never shopped here before?
Oh, you had? Oh my God, I grew up on Food Lines, man.
Yeah, it's nice. And my husband's like, it's a little bit more expensive than other places, but I'm like, it's still worth it because it's clean and it's nice and
Yeah.
not crowded like Walmart.
Well, when I was in Florida, a lot of times they don't have Food Lions, and so I'd always be freaking out like, where's the Food Lions that are around here?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, because there's one like maybe 5 minutes down the road from where we live.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
yeah. How was your day?
Well, I went to the law library at 2:30 this morning, and then I realized that it was time change because I looked down at the clock and I was like, why is it breakfast time?
Yeah.
I was confused, and the deputy was like, oh yeah, we lost an hour. I was like, oh, that's why they were saying meals are in the mod. I was so confused. I was like, I just got in here. Well, they took 30 minutes of the time, because I lost the hour, so I should have had 2 hours, but I only had an hour and 30. But I was like, whatever, because I didn't have my whatever drives that I need. I kind of just looked on the computer and went over some statues and like stuff like that. So that was fine. And then when I get there, the one lady was trying to like leave my restraints, and I go, I said, the commander said under oath this was not. And then the guy was like, no, we're not supposed to.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Are they gonna loosen like how many restraints you have on like while you're in there? Because I was reading one of the articles online, and I read the same thing basically you told me the other night, but it didn't say whether or not they addressed the issue about the restraints. They didn't say whether or not they're going to like minimize how many you have on or whatever.
Oh no, they did. The judge asked me that, and the commander said, "Oh, that they would at the law library." Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said it under oath. So I don't know who missed that part. They must not have been paying attention.
No, both the articles I read were not really like. One was really not. It was very detailed, put it that way, and the other one was kind of just like all over the place. So I don't know. I don't know who. One was for the Gazette.
Yeah. Oh well, the Gazette doesn't really like CJC.
Yeah, I think I was like the shorter of the two, and I was kind of like, huh. But
They won't
I
let
got the
you
part.
mail. They won't let you mail CJC. If they see, I mean, the Gazette, if they see the Gazette's address and any of your mail going out, they take it.
Oh, really?
That's all the inmates say. They said they won't let you.
Yeah, no, I read on one of them, the same thing you told me about how the judge went and grabbed like a ream of paper and brought it out.
Yeah.
I laughed. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I was
that's funny.
surprised that weren't on the Gazette.
Yeah, no, I don't think that one was. I can't remember. One was the Gazette, and then I can't remember what the other article was because I followed the Gazette on Facebook, and I was just like scrolling through, and I saw it, and I was like, huh. So I clicked on it.
Well, I just asked the deputy, I was like, hey, can you find out the procedure they want me to get rid of this? Because, like, 1,700 of the pages are absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'd say
Oh, really?
300 of them are just, like, credit cards. Credit cards.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, it's like, it's a crime to go to Zaxby's, or something like that. So that's why I was like, this means nothing. This is nothing. So,
Yeah.
or it would be like, hey, see attached, and there was nothing attached, just a piece of paper. You know what I mean? So
Now,
there's nothing there, so I need to just throw it all away, get the real stuff,
yeah, one of the things I had seen somewhere, I can't remember where it was, the C attachment part, if there's not an attachment there, that's probably the stuff that's going to be on the computer then. So,
Yeah,
that wasn't,
that part, but, like, some of them that are, like, you gotta think, like, there's, like, I would say the first day, there's, like, 10 hours of body cam footage. So, like, if you're
oh, wow.
talking about 5 times going to law library, just watching that, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just, because my point of watching that is to prove my point that they were all wrong. So, like, that's why I'm like, I want to watch that, be strategic about making sure that, I see everything on it.
Yeah, that would be probably the thing I'd be most, like, interested in. Like, yeah, like, it's going to be good too, but I would be really interested in, like, the
Yeah.
CCTV and the body cam footage.
Yeah, because, like, there's, all that body cam when they came to the house, and I, told them, like, hey, this is what happened, because it really was what happened. He was really gone. And so, like, I want to watch that, hours of that, just so I can, make sure, like, I don't, or if I see anything that, like, to be like, oh, well, duh, you missed this part. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to, like, help my brain with that, because that bothers me so bad, because I keep telling people that, like, like, yes, he's gone. Like, oh my God, like, what is wrong with y'all? And that just drives me so insane. I just want to bang my head on the door and be like, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, no, I can understand that because there's like a couple of discussion group pages on Facebook, so I've joined them, and like I don't post anything. I commented something the other day because you'll probably laugh at this one. Somebody posted a link to a YouTube video, and it was like the title was so misleading, but the date was like March 17th, which we haven't gotten there yet. But it was something about something about like you and Al getting a divorce, and like I forget what the other part of the headline was, but it had something that was nothing relevant to the divorce. And all these people are hopping on, they're like, oh my God, what is she planning now? What is she gonna do? Yada yada yada. So I hopped on there and like literally all I said was, well, this says March 17th. They said like tomorrow, March 17th. And I'm like, obviously tomorrow is not March 17th because we're nowhere near close to that date yet. And the other thing too is like the article title is intentionally misleading just to keep people talking. And I was like, that must be, the whole reason why it was posted, more or less just insinuating the people that were getting hyped up are just like idiots.
and get them to click somewhere and read something or look at something. Like,
yeah, like I had like 20 people like my comment.
That's crazy. The Lord people in the world. Like,
yeah, and I'm just like, who sits around and is like, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm just gonna hop on YouTube and make a video and make the title like something outrageous, and then just watch these people go like fucking nuts.
And it's the craziest thing. Like I be reading some of that stuff, and I just be sitting there, you know what I'm saying, and without telling you too much, but I was looking at this one thing, and it was proof that I didn't ask Harley for any kind of cleaning supplies. And I'm sitting there reading the proof of the guy, like the proof, and I'm sitting there like, you got to be kidding me. Like this is which is by the way, I was going to tell you to hold on a minute. Let me grab it. Hey, hold on, okay? Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, hey,
Yeah,
can you Google to see what this picture looks like? It
of
just
course.
says,
Okay, what?
um, it's Arm& and Hammer,
Um, okay,
extra strength, and then it says
okay.
DEO. I guess it stands for theater, and I'm not sure if it says DEO. It is
Okay,
16.3V. And just tell me, is that a yellow box?
all right. Let me see. It is. So it's like an orangish yellow box is what it comes up as, and it's like
Is it carpet
comes up
powder?
with, it is. It's got like white flour on it.
Oh, make sure you save that picture, because when you see that come out of like this is gonna, that is exactly what I told people it was. And the man went and bought it. Went and bought the same thing Harley bought. And sure enough, I knew it. But carpet powder, you have dogs, you sprinkle carpet powder everywhere, it's white powder.
Yeah, like this is the same stuff that I use because we have a dog. It's the same stuff I use when I do our carpet cleaning because you just put it on the carpet and let it sit and you vacuum it up.
Yeah, and then it just says baking soda, baby oil, lotion, gum, trash bag, and cotton rounds. Where the hell is the cleaner at?
Yeah, okay, so that was one of the things I've seen that online before. Like there was a receipt or something that had baking soda and then bubble gum and cotton
Yeah.
balls and some other stuff. But yeah, no, it's Arm& and Hammer. And that was okay. That's something too because if it was like $1, because I think it said the receipt is from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
They don't sell this at the Dollar Tree.
I'm just sitting there like, it's that powder. You know, you pop the little top open and sprinkle it everywhere and vacuum it.
Yeah, no, I literally have some of this sitting under my kitchen sink right now. Same stuff.
And they took this child and literally beat her down about it over it being carpet powder.
Really?
And the cops don't care because they lied on the rest after they were saying it was cleaning supplies.
Yeah, because I think that might have been part of what I read was that might have been what it was. I see on a link on Facebook or something. I clicked on it, but I mean, I feel like the majority of people probably have this stuff in their house or they use it, like you said, if you have pets. So that's literally what it says right here on Google, common use for pets or household with pets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. And actually, the one in Dollar Tree has pets on it, and it's the kind I get is all instant. And I looked at this thing so much. I prayed, and I gave it to God, and I said, there ain't nothing on this darn paper that says anything about no daggone vinegar.
Yeah, because that was something I read too was about the vinegar. Because I guess I don't want to say too much on here because I'm sure you probably read it too, but I guess they talked to Al about vinegar in the house. And this is what I found is odd. They asked him, they showed him a bottle of vinegar and was like, how much was in this before you left? And he was like, well, more than that. And I'm thinking to myself, who keeps a record of how much vinegar is in a bottle before they leave the house for a couple days and come back?
Doesn't that make it odd to you? First of all, that's one of the odd things. I'm like,
yeah,
a lot of odd things that he says or he's trying, and I won't tell you these, but in the some of his things where he's trying to say certain things, he tells himself about so much. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Are they that blind to not read this to say things obvious? Of all the things you said this one thing, which happens to be it just blows my mind to read it. I just didn't think I know these people are smart, but I just don't know if it's just
yeah, no. And there's something else too, because I got on Google the other night. I couldn't sleep. So I was looking stuff up, and there was they're gone now because I can't find them again. But there was screenshots from Yahoo email accounts, and it was an email from I'm guessing from him to you, and the verbiage of his writing, it was so mind boggling to me. How did nobody find this? Looking at, cause I can't remember what he said, but it was something about going on the news and doing a Q&A and only using code words like that. What about code words? And I'm like, that is so bizarre.
Yeah.
Who says using code words?
Exactly. I mean, it's just the craziest thing. I sit there and read some of that stuff and I'd be like, what the hell? I just, and and I read some stuff where Elena lied so much. But I am glad the cops caught them too, because they would be like, yeah, we know she's fine. Like, this girl ain't never did nothing like that, because
You have 1 minute remaining.
she'd be trying to lie on me, but then they'll be like, they know that I didn't do anything like this in the past, or, different things and stuff. They'll be like, because we know this is just a smoke screen for her for custody. I was glad they said that on this bunch of stuff, because I was like, ding, 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 like, duh.
Yeah.
Come on, I've never done any of this shit. Like, I've never done anything that this girl was saying on these stupid things, because she was just talking out her head. But I can't say too much, because, in a time of trauma or in a time of stress, you say, you forget, like, I think the people are after me, the paparazzi, people are going to think the Mexican mafia is coming to get me. You know what I'm saying? I think there's people in drug, like, I was freaking out recently, like, drug dealers. I saw some people in the corner selling drugs. I was freaking out about them wanting to chase some Mexicans. I was just like, because, your mind, so I can't too much, like, say much about that, because her mind, was on that, the same line, so I can't be disrespectful and think it's okay for me to be crazy and her not to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, I was supposed to hang up, so hopefully this visit works tomorrow. By the way, Harley's worked yesterday. Once I got all the
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Something, you guys. Give me just a sec.
Hello, Bendy. Hey, PJ Becky.
Yeah,
What are you guys
I
down
had
in
to
the
fix.
chat?
Can you hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Can you not hear me? Allie, can you hear me? Allie cannot hear me.
Let me
That's a
know
no.
if you guys can hear me, because I don't hear Bendy.
I'm going to put it in the chat. Can you guys
Yes,
hear me?
okay.
Because I can hear Allie.
Jen,
Okay, they hear.
is everything
Yeah.
okay? I wonder what. Wait,
It's
you can
you.
hear Jen? I don't hear Jen at all. Okay, you guys, let me leave and come back in. Just let her know I can't hear her.
I can. Bless her heart. I can hear her. I can hear everything that she says. Now, Pitbull,
What
be
the heck?
nice. Where are you? Can you hear me now, Allie? Okay, apparently not. All right. I can hear her. But anyway, all right. Now, here's the deal, Letecia. I just want to explain something to you real quick. Okay. The list of things that were purchased at the dollar store would not have been a big deal, but for the fact of when they were purchased and under the circumstances. So remember, Letecia, you were out running errands all over Hell's Half Acre that day. So while you were out at the 11 billion places that you went, including to the pet stop or to the PetSmart twice, why didn't you stop and get those things? That's where there's an issue. But I suspect you know that. I'm just playing stupid. I could hear you, babe, the whole time. I was talking to you.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't hear you at all.
We're like Craig and Smokey. We ain't never got two things in this house that go together.
You and that damn movie. So funny.
It's a lot of life lessons in Friday.
Yeah, all of a sudden I hear like nothing, and then like the video comes off the screen too, so I'm like, oh no, what's happened? And then you could hear me the whole time, and I'm thinking
The
you're
whole time.
like your computer shut down or something.
Everything was
Well.
everything was okily dokily.
Well,
so basically, yeah, that's what had
Go ahead.
happened. Basically, that's mainly the crux of the call was that, Letecia she's just so much smarter than everybody. And isn't it nice of her to understand Landon maybe being a little, as these are Leticia's words, not mine, crazy? Wasn't that nice of her to give to give Landon that pass to that it was okay for her to be a little crazy when her son is missing?
Yeah.
Letecia, piece of shit.
Well, I also, okay, so I went and looked in the jail file, and there were a few incidents that took place on the 16th and the 17th, and they are quite interesting. Are we going to
Whoa.
have any calls from those days?
Yes, we are. Okay, so the next batch of calls that I have are 2 calls on March 15th. Okay.
Okay.
And then there are 2 calls on March 16th. And then there are 2 calls on the 17th and 1 to 4 calls on the 18th. Now,
Oh,
those 4
awesome.
calls on the
Okay.
18th are not incredibly long calls. It is the first, even on the 15th and the 16th, they're not incredibly long calls, but, they are there. So of course I wanted to include all of them. So we're actually making really good time. I'm kind of proud of us.
Well, would you want me to wait and read those after we hear these 2 calls when we're going into the 16th and 17th?
Yes. I
Okay.
think that would be perfect. Let's, I'm pulling them up right now. And let me share the screen, and then we'll hear these 2 calls from the March 15th. And then Allie will read from the jail file.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Yes,
You ready,
ma'am.
Allie? All right, let's go.
Is it supposed to be playing, Jen? Is it playing? Because on my side, all I see is us.
I just realized that I didn't add it to the stream. I just looked up. This
Okay.
has not been a good night for your girl. I'm telling you, my brain is steady buffering, y'all. I'm doing too
You're
much.
doing
Okay,
just
now we're good.
fine. Okay.
Thank you. I'm glad that you guys are all patient with my shenanigans. All right, here we go. Now we're going to listen to it for real. This was just a test to see if y'all were paying attention, and you were. So good job. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey.
It worked fine for Harley this morning. So I don't know if it's something, because if someone used it at 8, it worked. The one for Harley worked. The one for Harley worked last night. So I don't know.
That's so weird. I'll try because I keep trying to do it on my Chromebook. So next time I'll just try to do it on my phone and see if that works better.
Yeah,
I was
gonna say, I could resend one and try to do it on your phone, so we know if that's
okay.
the issue. I got to tell Visitation to approve it.
Okay, yeah, we can try that because I keep trying it on my Chromebook, so I don't know if that's the issue or what.
Okay, all right, I'll resend one, and then I'll have to tell Visitation to approve it. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
what are you doing?
At work.
Okay, well, I'll call you real quick. I accidentally used my free call trying to fix the computer screen again. It broke. I was like, oh God, that was my free call. So sorry.
Aw.
I'm
It's
trying
okay.
to fix this stupid machine that they have here, but I don't understand why it never works right. In your browser, do you have the Edge browser downloaded?
Huh?
What browser do you use when you talk to me on the computer?
Chrome and Safari.
So when you talk to
They
me,
both work.
when you talked to me last time, you used Chrome.
I think I use Safari.
Okay. Reminded me why, because I guess they're saying that Chrome don't work. I've been having a lot of problems.
Oh, that's weird. Normally it's like opposite.
Daughter, I'm trying to tell her you got to use Chrome. Yeah. So yeah, that edge and stuff. But you were on Safari when you did that, so maybe that was working. But that don't ever work. You just remember to use Edge. Apparently Chrome is causing it to delay. That's their theory. We'll see in a few minutes. I reschedule another visit for somebody. So I'll see in if the theories are. But anyway, so don't forget to do your stuff on your list.
Okay.
All right. Love you so much.
Love you too.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh. Sometimes you just be like, oh, I love you too. And I'll be like, are you okay?
I'm just tired.
All right. Love you.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Love you. Bye-bye.
Okay. So there you have it. Now what's in the reports? Oh, wait. No, that's it. I'm right. Because now we're on the 16th. Allie?
Okay.
Yoo-hoo.
No, I'm here. I just was I think we have a delay because I started talking before you started going or whatever you did. But
I said,
we're delayed a little bit.
yoo-hoo.
Yeah. So, okay. The first incident report starts on the last one we talked about on one of our last call videos, which was on the 9th. So then the next incident, and this is one of a few we're going to talk about here for a second. This took place on, yes, I'm sorry, I dropped my phone, but this took place on March the 16th of 2021 at 3:41. And it says, on March 16th, I, Deputy J. Tillett with the Sheriff's Office, was assigned primary deputy. Letecia Stauch was scheduled for the law library, and then he notes the times he takes her and then the times that she returns to the ward. Okay, so then they go on to say, and this report is like attached to it, and it's I guess because it's both about the library, and it says that she wanted to return while walking a formal welfare check of the ward. Inmate Stauch was scheduled to remain in law library until 4:30 while walking a formal welfare check of the ward in blank. Deputy Barr informed me Stauch wanted to return to her ward early. While in blank, I was placing Stauch into full restraints and asked her why she wanted to leave early. She stated she did not eat dinner the previous night, resulting in her being nauseous due to her not eating for long periods of time, and she wasn't sure if she needed to throw up or not.
Shut up, Tisha.
Okay, so yeah. Then this is where it kind of starts to get a little funky. So also March the 16th, this is now at 15:35. Remember, Tisha was going to the law library in the middle of the night.
Yes, like
so it was
real early in the
3:41
morning. Yeah, like super early in the morning. That's when they could squeeze her in, and that's why she had to stop taking her medication. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 3 a.m. So now this is still the 16th, but at 15:35, so 3:35 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah. And it says on March, and this was Catherine Draper, and her and Letecia had they butted heads quite a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I say that, but yes, they
butt heads, and the friendship door is definitely closed. Mm-hmm. They do not get along. They're like oil and water. They do not mix.
Okay, so she says at approximately 15:35, mental health was in the ward having a visit with an inmate from the ward at a day room table. While standing by with mental health, I noticed the inmate Stauch, Letecia, standing at her door. This is not odd, but inmate Stauch was moving a little from side to side, almost hiding her face by the way she was standing. When I conducted the 15-minute ward safety check, I noticed Stauch was standing slightly to the side and placing her ear to the hole in the door used for communication. The only conversation in the ward at the time was between mental health and another inmate. Due to privacy issues and the other inmate in the ward, I placed a pad over the holes in Stauch's door. I also explained to her that this inmate had a right to privacy and to not have her listening to her conversation. Stauch was fine with this, but removed the pad from the door on her hour out. Then,
Of course she
on
did.
the 17th, I'll go ahead and read this one too. It's from the 17th,
Okay.
but so this is about shakedown and contraband, and it was also Catherine Draper.
Oh boy.
So she said at approximately 16:30, so 4:30, a shakedown was performed in the ward. While shaking down the cell of inmate Stauch, I removed 2 containers from her cell for contraband. During the search, inmate Stauch had 2 chapstick containers, and both containers were open to make sure the proper contents, period. I guess she had a mistake in her sentence there, but both containers of chapstick type containers were placed back on her top bunk in the cell. The 2 containers I removed from her cell were a toothpaste container, which had 2 different colors of a substance in it when it should only have one. Yeah, there was also a hair gel container that had a different substance in it. I asked Stauch what the contents were in the hair gel container. She said it was body lotion. I told Stauch it was considered contraband and I was throwing it away. I asked Stauch if she understood what contraband meant, and she said no. I told her it's a substance that is not in its original container, then it is contraband. She said she understood. So after I left the cell area, Stauch asked why I took her toothpaste. Stauch stated that she had just got it today with Commissary. I told Stauch it had 2 obvious substances in it, so it is considered contraband. Stauch states for me to check because it was brand new. I reminded Stauch that I was in the ward with her the day prior. She had the same container when she did her hour out and showered. Stauch then
Oh
said she got
dear.
the toothpaste the week prior. I told Stauch the toothpaste was not original. Stauch then says she did use a tube of white toothpaste she got from inmate blank and squeezed it in the container. I explained she will need to start to leave the items in their original containers. Later, Stauch called me to the cell and told me her chapstick containers were gone, and that one she just got today. When I went to her cell, inmate Stauch had her whole cell in disarray. Her mattress was flipped on its side, papers were everywhere, and Stauch said she was missing one but never asked about the 2 she had. When I got to her cell, I did do a thorough search and did not find any of the containers. I did notice her toilets had been flushed enough to turn it off. The light will go red and stay that way for about a half an hour. I did a pat down on inmate Stauch, and she had no items in her person. I personally saw the containers, and I know that the 2 items were on the left side of her top bunk. Those 2 items did not get thrown away. I notified Sergeant Smith of the situation. After all the issues were handled, inmate
Deisha.
Stauch started acting out in the ward, yelling to
Oh.
other inmates that we were throwing her stuff away and how we are abusing her constitutional rights. She said
Oh.
she should not have to sit in this ward when she is a perfect inmate and doesn't ever cause any trouble. She said she should get privileges too. I have nothing further.
None of us do. Draper. None of us do. None of us have anything further.
Yeah.
Wonder what she
Of
did with her
course,
chapsticks.
I don't
Probably
know.
ate
I
it.
wonder what was in those. And also,
Yeah.
it's always her constitutional rights are being violated. And then also, Jen, like her trying to like eavesdrop on somebody's mental health appointment. What the
Yes.
hell?
Okay. This is what I'm actually glad that you found that, Allie, because remember, we've been talking a long time about Letecia and how she came up with hang on just a second. Pink Chebecki became a member. Thanks, babe. Welcome to the 50-1100 Club. I appreciate that. Welcome to the ward. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate that. So we've been trying to figure out, like, when she talks about the various, like when she says she disassociates and various other mental health issues that she talks about. But remember, we were talking about how she speaks about them like somebody who's never actually experienced them. You know, when she says that she disassociates, that she gets psychotic, all of those things.
Yeah.
I think what she's been doing is listening in on other inmates' visits with mental health, and that is how she is trying to get information and faking, aka malingering, because she is a
Ooh.
malingerer. That's
That
what I
is
think
so
that she's been doing.
interesting. I bet you're right, because she's hearing this shit somewhere. And Lil Red said, I thought she liked Draper. Well, she does in one of the phone calls, or one of the things claim that she likes her. However, in the jail files, there were many times they were arguing, or she made reports on her, told other inmates that Draper was bad to her, or told other officers. There was a few instances like that. Like they had some major beef going on there for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that's what she's been doing. I think that
That's
she
such a
has
good point.
been listening at the door, because, first of all, when you are, say, for example, you're schizophrenic, people think that that's the way the world is for everybody else. The way that they experience the world is the same as the way. Do you know what I mean? So when they see
Yep.
and hear things, they just assume that everybody else experiences the world just like that. And the way that Letecia describes it, she always knows. Oh, well, at 4:27 p.m., I had a psychotic break, and I was, I thought this and I felt that, and it doesn't actually work that way, And by the way, I just want to say, Letecia knows when it's a free call. That first call that she made to like Amy Lang, that was her free call. But if I should have left it in, but they tell her when it's a free call. So remember, whenever she was like, "Is this my free call? Did I get my free call? What? It's not 2020. What are you talking about? It's 2019 or whatever she was saying." Remember all that? She knows because they announce it to her. Oh, yes, I can, Lil Red. Just please to hold un momentito, por favor.
Yeah, before every call, they tell her exactly what's in her balance and everything.
Exactly. So stop playing with us, Tisha. But yeah, that's what I think she was doing. Now, I have to tell you the truth. I don't actually recall what's in these next two calls. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes when I am editing these, I disassociate. I have to tune around, especially when it's her and Amy, because they talk really, really fast. And after, editing it so much, it starts to sound like gibberish, quite frankly. And then even when you do hear it and you can understand what they're saying, it still sounds like gibberish.
I do that even like when we're listening together. It's hard, to focus the whole time. Sometimes you don't even catch yourself drifting off, and I'll catch myself like trying to watch chat and stuff, and drifting off from listening a little bit. And then Seth, thank you so much. Seth said, Allie, you and Jen are a good combo on cases.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We do. This is how we are when we're not online, when we talk to each other too, by the way.
Yes, we have good chemistry.
Yeah, we do. We do joke around and give each other a rash of shit on the regular, but in a loving way.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Pointer Lover. Look, I like this one. You have 1 minute remaining. Although I appreciate that Global Tellink is switching it up, and now they're not even saying 1 minute. Now they're saying you have 60 seconds remaining. I like that too. They're switching it up. Oh, yes, we do, Wolfie. We're the cahooters. We're cahooters, cahooting. All right, here we go, you guys. So this is from Amy. This is a longer one. And we're going.
Hey, what's up?
The book or whatever that thing.
Oh, I'm going crazy. Like, I don't want to be in this group anymore. And I keep telling them I don't want to be in a J group anymore. And they keep following me around. They've been in my cell all morning. I just don't like them when they like bite me and stuff. I don't like all that. And I told them that I don't want them to come around anymore.
Okay, so fill me in a little bit on what happened today.
No, okay. So all my okay, I told them like a week ago I didn't want to be in the vampire group anymore, right? So they've been coming to find me, and they've been like saying all kinds of crazy stuff, whatever. So now they're telling me I have to hold somebody for ransom. If I don't hold somebody for ransom, they're gonna make me join the Mexican mafia.
What?
I know. I'm like, I told him I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to go through having my body parts taken, and like, I don't want to get bit anymore. Like, I just wanted to be free from that. But they were like, if you do that, then you have to either hold somebody for ransom. Like, in order to get out, you have to hold somebody.
So how the heck are you supposed to hold anybody for ransom where you're at right now?
I don't know, and then just keep telling them like they won't leave me alone. They've been bothering me all morning in my room, like just my head and trying to bite my head. Craziness.
Dude, I'm sorry. That sounds like a lot to deal with.
I know, and I just was like, and then the one person that I talked to in here, she's been with me for a whole year. She finally moved. They finally moved her to another ward. So now I don't have anybody to talk to at all.
Oh wow, was that the person that was like your neighbor or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now they finally got her food, and they found out today she had cancer.
Oh no.
Yeah, like so they moved her so she could have more time out, and so she could get more help and medical. I mean, I'm glad she moved, but like I won't have anybody to talk to, and so then I'll just have to talk to myself more,
Yeah, that's a lot to have to deal with. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just doing dishes, literally sitting over the sink, like thinking how much I hate doing dishes when you called. So I was like, cool, it gives me a break.
I like dishes. I mean, I don't like them, but I rather clean than cook.
I'd rather do dishes than do laundry. I despise doing laundry. But
I don't be doing people's laundry. No, I'd always just do my own laundry. Everybody has to do their own laundry.
I mean, I wish nobody. Well,
you
my
gotta
kids are
wait
still.
for yours to get a little bit older, and then you can.
Yeah, and my kids are still on the young side, but I mean, my husband, I can't pay him to do his own laundry. I can't pay him to do any chores, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I know how that feels. That's what true. People know what's in the house, but they never do the clean.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a little bit of like a
neat
freak. I'm a little bit of like a neat freak, I guess. Like, I like having my stuff organized and clean. But yeah, my husband's not that way. He's like the polar opposite.
I'm like that too, but you never know. I mean, your husband might look in the counter and keep up with the vinegar every day. Who knows?
Right? Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day because I got in my pantry, got the vinegar out. So I was making pork chops, and I put like a tablespoon in to like help make the meat softer when you cook it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't remember the last time that I even looked at this bottle of vinegar.
So be looking at it. I mean, shit, they don't ever clean anything or do anything or report her in the grocery or go to the grocery store. But shoot, they be looking at that.
Right? Yeah. Like of all the things in the house, like specifically going to keep my eye on the vinegar bottle. Like I only ever use it. I use it for pork chops, and I use it to clean the glass because it takes water stains off glass. So that's it.
Yeah.
Like.
You know what I was thinking about with that? So I started thinking about it as like, cause I wrote like a timeline of these days and stuff. And I was like, wait a minute now. We were on the cruise 17th, 18th, 19th. 20th was a holiday. He went to work. 21st was 21st was a day at work. 22nd was Lena's birthday. And then I was like, 22nd, his mom came that night. So during that time, and you're working, I sure as heck ain't cooking, so we were eating out. Lena's birthday, ate out. His mom came, ate out. I mean, like nobody was just up and doing stuff in the kitchen anyway.
Yeah. Right.
I thought about that. I was like, this seems so full of shit, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, have you had a chance to go through any more of your paperwork or anything?
No, I mean I did all the ones that I had, and then some lady called me, but I was in the middle of a manic episode. I was losing my mind because these suckers wouldn't stop following me around, and so they took me down there to talk to her, and I was just like all over the place. I was like, I'm so sorry, man. I'm just so skittish right now. I was like, I'm just going crazy. But she was saying that Landon wanted to see that video or whatever, and I was just like, girl, no. I said, I gotta save stuff to save my ass. And she was like, well, is there any way you could give her any of the abuse stuff? And I was like, I'm not giving it to somebody. I was like,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to look at it and be a witness of it, then that's one thing, but I'm not giving it away.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't, because, yeah, no, that's not, it's not a good idea, no matter who it is, you know?
Because like she was wanting to know about the lamp, the video with the lamp, where the lamp gets thrown, because I was letting him talk to Mike, trying to let him call Mike, you know, like stuff like that. Or like how he was inappropriate with Harley, you know, like that type of thing. So I guess she was talking about that stuff, and I was like, I'm not going to give it to someone, but if you want to have someone to, under oath, say that they saw it, then that's one thing. You know,
So, I haven't heard about either of those things. What happened with the lamp?
I had I think it was right when we got back. G came to me and he wanted to talk to Mike because he was having a hard time. Like, at the end of the day, Mike took up time with him more than Albert ever did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, don't get me wrong, like it never works. But he took up time with he took up time with him, like, you know, done like I did, take him to GameStop, let him play on the games, try out all the new systems, you know, go to Best Buy, hang out, look at all the new gadgets, you know, just cool stuff that interests, you know. And so he had told me he missed that, didn't understand why it just couldn't be me, him, his mommy, and Mike, and his nana and papa. And I was like, that's not gonna work. How about let's call Mike and just see what he thinks. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I had slipped on the iPad, on my iPad, because I was like, don't do it on the kid's iPad because he'll look, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be nosy, stalking the account because he'd be stalking our AT&T account and stuff like that. That's why I had to do everything secrecy, you know. But so I tried to call that Hyatt World, whatever his iCloud was, Hyatt World 23 or whatever. And it would like ring, but I didn't know if he still had the same one or whatever. But you know, he found out we had called it and took the lamp off the thing and just like took his hand across it and flung it. Came right at me and G in the corner.
Oh, wow.
And so what happened was, prior to that happening, I took and put it on memo because I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, here goes the fuss. It's gonna be, I'm gonna get accused of, you know, being in cahoots. So let me add it to my cahoots folder. That's literally the name of the folder. It's called cahoots on my Gmail. So I have like 2 Gmails. I had one Gmail for one phone, one Gmail for another phone. And so I had it in that cahoots folder. And I thought it was funny because it was always like me being accused of being a cahoots. So every time I felt like there was something me getting accused of being a cahoots, I just go pressing the phone, holding the memo button, and like recording everything. And so he's on like the memo yelling like, I know you're in cahoots. You're trying to get him to talk to that criminal because you're trying to set it up where I lose my kids. And I was just like, what are you talking about? It's his stepfather. I was like, we got to learn to be better co-parents, you know, like, because I was raised like that. Me and Amy, my stepsister, our parents didn't do any of that. Heck, they all went. If we went to Disney World, they went. We just took turns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was talking about that, and he just gets pissed and like slings the lamp across, and you could hear the lamp. I was like, you just threw the lamp and broke it. That lamp costed $48.
Dang. So Al threw it?
Yeah. And it came like, it shattered at me and G.
Does he have anger problems?
Well, he started getting that way because ever since the whole like officer thing got to his head, and, you know, and once he got from second lieutenant to first lieutenant, he's about to make captain. Oh my God, he was like crazy about everything. Like, you know, don't tell him this, don't tell that. Yeah, don't tell this. You know, don't say this. You know, it was always like, you gotta have this story down. You gotta say this. You're an officer's rights wife. If someone asks you about this, you tell them this, this, and this. We have to always look good. So,
He seems like that type, like.
oh yeah.
Well,
that's why I didn't say much originally, because I was like, I had the blackmail hood over my head, you know, because all it was gonna be thrown up to me about was the whole situation with Ty and then the gambling. But I finally got over it. I was like, all the gambling was legal. So what? That's what he was gonna try to hold over me, was the gambling.
yeah, no. If y'all did it in Florida.
Huh?
So if y'all did it, you did it in Florida, right? Because I know.
And cruise
Florida,
boat.
yeah.
And Vegas.
Yeah, because my husband and I went on one of those casino cruises, and he explained to me, like, in Florida, you can't gamble on the land, but it's like 7 miles out in the water, you can go do it. So we went on a casino cruise back in 2015.
Yeah, as long as you go on international waters and, like, stuff like that. And so, like, he would always be like, You know, he'd be like, "Are you doing it right?" Blah blah blah. Of course I'm doing it right. Like, you weren't saying anything when we were flipping, flying all over the country, vacation, taking kids to the Dominican, flying back and forth to Alaska. You weren't saying too much about it then when it was gambling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or because you just bought yourself a $30,000 Peloton bike. You know what I mean?
Good
Or
God.
we only ate out. I mean, we went to dinner and ate out. I mean, it'd be $100 easy for just me and him. If it was me, him, and the kids, it'd be $150. You know what I'm saying? Because we wouldn't just go whatever. We'd drinks and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you weren't complaining
Yeah.
about doing all that.
Man, this gonna be interesting when trial rolls around, because I feel like well, I don't want to say most people, but a lot of people have a perception of how they think he's like this upstanding guy, but I feel like people with a decent amount of intellect can read between the lines, you know, like some of the stuff that he's said or done is just odd. You know what I mean?
I mean, just think about, like, it was you that told me about how strange the eulogy was, wasn't it you?
Yeah, because I was on Facebook and someone posted like the video of it and then like the transcript. So I watched the video, but it was really long and hard to get through. So I read the transcript, and after I read it, I went back and rewatched it because I was like, "There's no way, like that's how that went down. That's exactly how it went down." And I'm just like, "That's super bizarre." Have you heard it or like?
No. Someone was telling me about it on the phone too. Like, I think it was one of my old attorneys. They're like, they had wrote this. The one of the investigators wrote this like key map thing, and it's all the things that he was saying that was a code that he knows more than what he's saying. So they wrote this key map on it, and they like keyed in all the things. And man, they were up to like 20 some things that were said, done, like different things where law enforcement would like turn the blind eye and protect them, and you know, like that type thing, and you know, that type of situation. And I wish they'd find it all, and they had like the report written there, like the number, and they'd be like, you know, like they'd have it access, so they had it on one sheet of paper to go back and find it.
Yeah, and there was that screenshot. Well, there was that screenshot online where it was an email that he sent, something about like speaking in code.
Yeah.
And I just like that was early on, and I'm just like, that seems odd because
they have it where I messaged a lady in the beginning before I was going to go talk to anybody and was like, "Please, I need help. I'm scared. You don't understand. I was like, you don't understand how he's changed." I put all that in there and like asked for help. Even though I was in and out of it from, you know, being crazy as heck, I still would always ask people, you know, but they're not going to do that because it was a military town, and that's what the
You have 60 seconds remaining.
So, but it was all there, like stuff, and like, and he would be like, you know, like, you need to make sure that anything you say or whatever is derogatory towards Landon, and he'd throw up if I didn't. It'd be about, he'd say something about the gambling. So that's why I did originally. I would feel like I was getting blackmailed, you know.
I don't think you have too much to worry about in terms of that, especially the gambling thing. Like that's really that's all he's got going for him, and he doesn't have much.
Yeah. and the whole situation they already know about Ty now, so it's not like, you know.
Yeah, and that's what doesn't make you. That's not doing anything wrong, you know. Like.
I know. All right. Did you find out what happened? Did you ever get your computer to work or no?
I reset it and I downloaded a new browser, so hopefully that should do the trick. I'm gonna try.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try it tomorrow because I know I have a visit.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Okay, well, apparently Global Tellink says you have a minute remaining when you do not have a minute remaining. I don't know. That was a weird like glitch because it was jarring to me too. I had to listen to it twice because I was like, wait a minute, but no, that's the call.
Yeah, so. They did warn a minute ahead and then warned again and hung up. That was weird. But oh my gosh, Jen, were they talking about Albert's eulogy for Gannon at the end of that? That's what they were talking about.
I think that's what they were talking about. Yes.
Yeah, because she said her attorneys and the investigators had made a map of all the things Albert was saying that showed that he might know more. You know, sorry, but I am just sick and tired of hearing this woman, and now her little buddy fashion the way these parents are grieving that baby. It just infuriates the hell out of me. It's like unbelievable that you could even go there. You freaking
Yeah.
jerks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I feel like even if I were trying to get in good with Letecia, that would be a hard line for me. Like I wouldn't go that route
Right.
by talking badly about Al and Landon. I just wouldn't do it.
And their eulogy for I mean, it's one thing to say, damn, Al moves on fast, or, you know, he loves the women or whatever. Like, that's one thing. But to get into the eulogy, I just didn't like that. That really disgusted me and pissed me off. And then, you know, also Tisha talking about Landon wanting this video and this lamp video and all that. And then also wanting proof that Al was inappropriate with Harley. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the fact of the matter is, now, what we have to keep in mind, remember, and we're missing a party to this call, a party to this whole, it's not this call, but this subject matter, because it is Amy B that Letecia first drops this innuendo about Al with with Harley too, right? That's who she's talking to when she says it. And
Right. Yeah.
it is at the time when Amy B is trying to be the intermediary, or what does Letecia call it? Not a mediator. What did she call it? I forget now. Whatever it was. She's trying to say mediator, but she didn't say that. And now I can't remember what she said. But anyway, she was sort of the go-between between Letecia and Landon. And if Letecia told her that story and now Landon is wanting some type of evidence and whatnot about with respect to Harley and Al, it's because it came from Letecia and it's absolute BS.
Yeah. Oh, they said she was calling it a mediocre.
Yes, mediocre. That's correct. Mediocre. Creative Minds liaison would have been the correct word. A liaison, a mediator, a go-between. But no, Letecia, excuse me, let me get her proper name. Reverend Dr. Tisha X Esquire J.P. Morgan Stauch.
Yeah.
Lord. But I just want to tell you guys, just for my own, like, Letecia's making it up about Florida. You can gamble in Florida. You don't have to be on international waters. And I looked it up because I remember when my youngest son turned 21, it was right after Hurricane Irma. And about the only thing that was open was casinos. And because it was, because they have one in Tampa, and Tampa didn't get hit as bad as we did. And so they went to the casino for his 21st birthday. And I can guarantee you they were not on international waters, because the bay, Tampa Bay, the what comprises the bay, the water, is the Gulf of Mexico, which last I checked, on this side over here, it's not international waters. It's the United States waters. I mean, yes, the Gulf of Mexico, because obviously Mexico, they have their part and the United States has theirs, and it's not international waters. That's ridiculous.
Well, Tess has a point. She's saying, is it only on Native American land? She says, I think Hard Rock and Seminole, or Hard Rock and Tampa, is owned by Seminole. But also, I want to make a point before I forget. If Tisha, if he was so inappropriate with Harley, then why in the hell, Tisha, were you begging to get your family back together with him and all of this stuff that was happening on those pre-text calls? So don't even go there at this point. Okay, sorry.
All right. So the one in there is one that is owned by the Seminole tribe of Florida, but that is the Seminole Classic Casino, and that is in Hollywood, Florida, which is in Broward County, which is way south of where I'm at. In Tampa, they have the Tampa Greyhound track and the Tampa Bay Downs, and that is a racino, and that is in Tampa. And it's not owned by the Seminole tribe. It's not owned by any Native American tribes. Now I will tell you
Lena
this: there
said
is
that.
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, we have a delay. I'm sorry. Lena just said she said in the call it was legal, but I don't know. I didn't. I zone out with the.
Oh,
with that,
is it?
with that
I have
subject.
to. Maybe there's one that's missing from this row because I mean, there's only 2 in Tampa, but maybe that's because I don't know. Maybe it's the way that maybe I shouldn't rely on Wikipedia. Wikipedia, you have failed me again.
Yeah, she was begging to have boom boom time with him. She was begging to get their family back together. And yeah, so whatever. How about how that call starts, Jen, with the she doesn't want to do the vampire thing anymore. She's tired of being bit. She's tired of getting her body parts taken. They want her
Yes.
to take somebody and hold them ransom.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. That was ridiculous. The point is with the gambling that they're not, that yes, they are on Native. Okay. So they're on Native American. They're owned by the Seminole tribe, right? But they're not on international waters, which is what Letecia was saying. She's ridiculous. I just don't like Letecia. No me gusta. But now all of a sudden it ain't working out. She was doing just fine a few months ago being in vampire camp. What happened, Tisha? Got to be a bit too much? You didn't get your special superpower or whatever? Is that why you switching back over to the witches? Remember, because she said she decided she didn't want to be a witch anymore? So maybe that's what the hair gel and the different things in the toothpaste and the containers are. Is she studying potions? The fuck out of here. Shut up, Tisha.
yeah. Yep. I had another thought of something she said, and then I lost my train of thought. But regardless, there was a lot of people in the chat who didn't necessarily hear the eulogy stuff. And I just want to say, you guys, I do that so often when we listen to these. There are many times, and I don't know if it is just because it's so, like Jen says, you do disassociate listening to them. It is so chaotic and berserk. It's just, it's hard to focus and pay attention to all of it. So
Yes.
I definitely understand that.
We all do need shut up Tisha shirts. We should.
I know.
Lord.
Oh, I know
Florida's
Lena.
in-
Lena says, Allie. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Bendy. Our
Go ahead. No,
delay.
babe, you are
Lena
fine.
says-
No, you're absolutely fine.
Allie, I meant in the call, I thought I heard Teabag said all he had against her was gambling, but it's legal anyways.
Yes.
She
That
thought,
is what she said.
okay.
Yeah, that is what she said.
Okay.
She's yeah. And here's the deal. Look, Letecia, I'm pretty sure that's not all he has on you. I'm pretty sure what he has on you as to why he's going to divorce you is the fact that you murdered his son. I don't think he gives a rat's fat kneecap about your gambling. I think that is the least of his worries. And also, if you were to ask my husband if it would have to be something that I cleaned with frequently, I can tell you that he does know how much Fabuloso is left in the Fabuloso bottle, because I don't like to be out of Fabuloso and I pay attention to it, and so does he. So if vinegar is something that Letecia used to clean, then Al probably would have noticed. And so I don't think that him noticing that the vinegar bottle had significantly less vinegar in it. I only like to use vinegar on the floors. I don't like to use it on the mirrors or glass. I think it leaves a weird film. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Who knows?
I don't like it.
And it also stinks. Oh, there's that as well. I'm not a big fan, but I do like it on the floors.
But if you have babies, yeah, and if you have babies or animals and you want to do more safe alternatives and stuff, it can be really good. But yeah, it just stinks. But it does go away fast, don't you think?
It does.
It does.
Yeah. It does go away very quickly. It's just it's just one of those things. Vinegar does a lot of good stuff, like if you put vinegar in your dishwasher, to clean it, especially if you have hard water, it breaks it down. There's all kinds of stuff that you can use for vinegar for, but I don't find it terribly suspect in a negative way that Al knows that there's less vinegar in the vinegar bottle than there was before he left. You know,
I
Fabulosa
don't find it either.
is it's like
Like
Mr.
an
Clean,
all-purpose.
but it's an all-purpose cleaner and it smells delicious. There's all kinds of different scents. My personal favorite are the lavender, and then there's the green one. And I'm using that one now, and I can't remember what that one is. And then there's like a grapefruit one. It's kind of citrusy. I like those two. But that's
My
what I
mom
like. I
uses
like
them.
Fabulosa. Oh, does she? Your mom uses
Mhm.
Fabulosa? I love
She doesn't as
Fabulosa.
much now because like her COPD chokes her up, so she's had to switch to
Oh.
like ones that aren't as strongly scented. But I remember her using them for a long time. She loved it too, and would love doing our floors in it because it would make the whole house smell, good.
Look at Crime Crochet and Coiffing. It's made with the tears of Jesus. It's the most perfect cleaner on earth. It really is. It cleans everything. It really does. It cleans everything. It cleans everything. I like my Fabulosa and I like my Dawn Power Spray. I can't get enough of that stuff.
Oh, I love that too.
Oh, I love it.
So good. Hey, Melissa
put
Jade.
Hey, Melissa. You put the Fabulosa in the toilet tank. It cleans everything. It's just the best stuff ever.
Wow.
Yes. All right. So now we got one more call from March 17th, and that is to Harley. And then we finna hear from Aunt Brenda. And then we'll hear from Amy Lang. And then on the 18th, we have Harley, Aunt Brenda, YouTuber, and then Amy L. So, and it's 10:44, so we should probably get going because I want to make sure that you're off in time. We got 1 hour and we're at 17 minutes. So okay. You ready?
Yep. I don't know if we're going to have time, but we'll go as far as we can. But where's
We'll
Brenda?
go as far
Where's
as
Aunt
we
Brenda?
can. Aunt Brenda is the next call after this one.
Okay. Yay. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, you never accepted that visit for tomorrow, so they cancel it.
I did accept it.
I kept saying pending. Well, I'm gonna just send another one for a couple of days, but whenever you get the email, just always hit accept because they count it 48 hours from the time you accept it. You can send instead of from when I send it.
Oh.
So yeah, I know. So if not, it'll like cancel the whole thing. So like if you accepted it, or you might have accepted it, but it would have been, you could have done it, and it would have just been after the time frame. You see what I'm saying? So then they can cancel it. So you got to do it with the 48 hours from when. Like if I send it, I try to do it 2 to 3 days, but they're watching it. Not mainly because of us, because like people in other wards be like scheduling like tons of visits, sitting on there for hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Nothing. I'm just laying down with Sadie.
You already laying down again?
Yeah, we're just chilling on the bench.
Oh. All right. What did you do today?
Oh. Got an oil change.
Okay. Do you got to work Saturday?
Yeah.
Or what time do you work Friday?
What time was Friday?
Yeah.
9 to 5.
Okay, I'm gonna send one for Friday then. Let's do that. I'll get it. When I get off here, I'm gonna send you the one for Friday. So yeah, just accept it. Oh, so Sadie's just chilling.
Yep. She got her ESA dog vest in the mail today.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Mhm. I have to go to the doctor now.
That's kind of backwards, huh? No, they'll ask you
Yeah.
how much you've been using. What you've been using her for, and just tell you facility training. You done this, you've done that, like all the steps, so people aren't just like, randomly going on about it. You know what I mean? But some people try to use it for no reason,
Yeah.
Because if a doctor signs you the note, then, she's allowed to be in like hotels and, things like that.
Right.
But she behaved, so, so she learns a lot fast, so.
Oh, she went crazy in PetSmart.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Wait, you have to take them on the leash at PetSmart, though.
Yeah.
So what was she doing? Going crazy?
She was trying to chase everybody.
On the leash?
Yeah.
It was too much for her. She if you're gonna do something like that, she's got to have one of them hip things.
Yeah.
It's too much anxiety for her. I'm telling you, she's identical to everything Pipey does. The difference is she's a little bit smarter than him. Because anytime he was overstimulated, he'd get missing.
Well, she's happy I bought her 3 new toys. She's been playing with them all day.
Until she gets bored with them.
She got mad at me today. She gets mad at me when she has to go in her cage, and so then when I take her out the cage, she misbehaves.
Well, you just keep doing it though, because if she give in, then she's gonna think, "Aha, I got her,"
I'm a little crazy dog.
But you can't use the crate as a negative thing either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Let me put her in the nose.
Then she'll have that rebellious behavior.
It's so funny. She knows when I pull back my bed covers, because I make my bed in the morning, so I have to pull back the covers every night. And she'll jump up to a little bench, and she'll start trying to jump up because she knows it's time to go to sleep.
But so she can jump to the bench, but that's it.
No, she can't jump to the bench. She could just put her front paws up and reach and pick her up.
This girl, she got all them front muscles, and I know she got to use her back muscles. I mean, she was jacked in the front and to be little.
Mm-hmm.
She can't even push up.
Edie's my dog now. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had to give her away since I'm not here anyway. I mean, that's what I told everybody anyway, so it ain't a lie.
It's my dog now.
Yeah, because that's what I put in my paperwork, because we supposed to have that here in March something, but I think it's April something now because of COVID. But I put in that paperwork, so I was like, yeah, I gave her away, which I did. I mean, it ain't a lie. I'm not taking care of her. You're the one taking care of her. And I said, plus she was a gift. And I knew I had the paperwork from where he was like, that's your Christmas and anniversary. So I was like, she's a gift, so she's mine. But now she's not mine because I had to give her away. Because you're holding me hostage. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I really passed out on my stomach.
Who?
Baby.
Oh. All right, well, I'm going to not use all the things so I can call you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, love you, sweetie.
Love you, bye.
Make sure you read scripture.
I will.
All right, bye.
All right, there's not a whole lot to discuss there. We're going to go straight into Ain't Brenda. Okay, baby.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. Make sure you read your scripture.
Make sure, yeah.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, baby, what are you doing?
I was calling to see how are you doing, if you're getting any better.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm up here back here at the neighbor's house and stuff. I took my walker, not my walker, but my walking stick and walk back here.
Your walker?
Yeah, my doctor told me to get up, out, and exercise and stuff like that. But crap, it's so cold. You don't want to get out. It's cold and raining.
At you when you say cold.
It is. I mean, I know you're used to it there, but we're not used to it around here. You know how that goes.
Oh, I know.
How you doing?
All right, I just got my commissary. I got some toothpaste and deodorant, shampoo, and chapstick, and all that stuff.
You had enough money?
Yeah, she had put that on there, and then I got like $30 worth. I had to get like all hygiene again because I was already out of it, and then I put some on.
How much do you have? How much do you have left?
I think like 60-some bucks because I think I put $15 on. Yeah.
You have to pay to call anybody?
Well, unless they got money in their account, but I mean, she can't. I mean,
Harley should have money in her account because she's been getting money from me.
And Brenda, the child is paying her rent, her utilities, everything. I'm not going to expect her to pay for some phone calls. And she takes care of Sadie, and she sends me stuff. So
she sends you what?
Like if I need books, she sends me books. She sends me books. So I'm not going to have her pay for her phone calls because she's already paying.
Sometimes when she sends you them books, it's because I pay her and she sends them books.
I know,
to you, baby.
She told me, yeah. So I'm not going to expect her to do that. She's already paying like her $600 for living, plus her grocery, plus her gas and all that. So I ain't going to be like, hey,
believe me, she's well taken care of.
Well, she's having to pay that thing for me because it's due again. Like my insurance policy is due every 3 months. So I told her she needs to figure out a way to get the $100 so she can pay it because it's due March something. And I told her because I had to do a health exam and all that to keep that policy. So
you had to do a what?
Like in the beginning when I got it, I had to have a health exam and all that stuff. That's the reason I got such expensive policy. And so I told her, I said, you had to make sure you keep that paid every 3 months. So.
Well, she's got the money to do it with because I gave her extra money the other day.
Yeah. So I told her.
She got extra the other day. Well, she got extra the other day. Like I said, I take care of her. I make sure she's got money. What she does with it, I don't know. Because I tell her, I said, you need to keep up with it and balance, which she said she was. So I'm gonna take her at her word.
Well, I've been getting the bank statement, so I look at it, and she's done a better job. So she knows I'm getting her bank.
Yeah, that's because I broke her about her car too.
Yeah, I know.
She said, "Hey, Brenda, you taught me a lesson."
Yeah.
That's what she told me the other day. She said, "Hey, Brenda, you really taught me a lesson." I said, "Harley, I was trying to tell you ahead of time. Did you mess up? I'm going to punish you."
Learn. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have to listen. You have to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she learned. She learned that when I tell her something, I mean business. Yeah. When I mean business with her, she knows now I mean business.
Yeah. And
that's good for her because she knows that, who do you have, Harley?
Yeah.
Who do you actually have?
Yeah.
She said, you. I said, okay, when I tell you something, I mean business.
Yeah.
And she said, well, you taught me a good lesson. I said, yeah, and I said, I'm keeping an eye on you, baby.
Yeah.
I said, you don't know what I'm doing, but I'm keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, and plus too, she's got the she's gonna get her doctor to do Sadie as a ESA animal. So she's supposed to be working on that.
Emotional. She can go online and get those.
Yeah, but you have to actually have a doctor to do it if you want to do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I got one for Trader. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay.
The only thing you got to do is I know, Tish Man. I got one for Trader.
Yes, I had one.
That is the right way.
She's
I got one for Trader.
Well, she's gonna get her doctor one. She already has one for Sadie and Brenda, but she's gonna get the doctor to actually get it approved instead of just getting it from online. She already got the one online.
Online. I had to get it approved because I had to give them my doctor's name.
That's what I just said.
That's what I said.
You tried to tell me I was wrong. I told you she's getting her doctor to do it. She has to get a note from her doctor.
Whatever.
But you're trying to tell me I'm wrong when I'm sitting there telling you she has to get doctor's note.
I'm not going to argue about that. It's going to cost her a lot of money for that too.
And she needs to have it. She has like at least 30 more days left on her health insurance, so it shouldn't cost her anything. She's got at least 30 more days on the health insurance, so if she does it now, it won't cost much.
Is that health insurance through what?
Through TRICARE. She has at least 30 more days on TRICARE.
And then what happens?
Then she's applying for it through that. She cannot apply for getting any kind of help because it pops up and shows she's on TRICARE. So she has to wait till she's off of TRICARE.
But once her TRICARE is over with, then what
She's
kind of
applying for
insurance
Healthy
does she have?
Choice, South Carolina Healthy Choice. They won't let her apply for Healthy Choice until she's off TRICARE.
You think she'll qualify for it?
For Healthy Choice, yeah, she's an independent student. She should. It's going to be a high deductible. I mean, it'd probably be like a $3,000 deductible. But it's better to know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's better to know deductible. It should be fine.
Yeah, she's going to have some kind of insurance.
God's the great physician. I ain't going to sit there and stress about that because I don't put my faith in man. I put my faith in him. So he'll take care of it because she's going to apply for that.
Yeah.
And let it go on from
She
there.
took a test. She took a math test the other day. She called me and said, "Hey, Brenda, I made 100." I said, "Well, good, girl." I said, "You better keep making them 100s."
In math, but now she can't write worth a lick.
Yeah, she wrote something for me one day, and I said, "She can't write."
No.
She doesn't have. She doesn't. Yeah, she's not a very good. I mean, she's not. I'm not good in English.
Yep.
I'm not good in English, but Harley cannot write.
I know. She has a mathematically inclined brain. You give that girl any math, she can do it. You get her to write
She's
something,
good in math.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, like, what is this, you know? So I told her the other day that she needed to get somebody to help her in her writing.
Well,
I did tell her something like that.
But on campus, they should have the tutors there, and it's part of that thing where you can go 2 times.
Yeah, she really needs to get involved in that because with what she's wanting to go into, the marketing field, she's going to have to know how to write.
Yeah.
So, are you eating okay?
Well, I didn't eat breakfast because it was biscuit and gravy, and I don't eat that stuff. Lunch, I'll eat cookies and chips. So I won't eat again until tomorrow breakfast because tomorrow breakfast should be good.
Yeah, but you got to eat something today for lunch and dinner.
I don't eat meat. I don't eat red meat. I'm not eating that stuff because it looks like crap. But I'll eat the cookies and chips. And then dinner, I don't eat the dinner because it's rice and stuff like that, and I can't eat rice.
Now, at Commissary, can you start buying stuff from the Commissary now?
No, they won't let me.
They won't let you buy stuff from Commissary now?
Nope.
I'm sorry, baby.
No. Everybody else
you know,
can,
if they
but I
would,
can't.
if I knew, they can't buy it, the girls won't buy it and give it to you, or they won't let you do that.
I can't because they're not in, I'm segregated, so you can't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of some way to get you some cookies in there.
I would, but no.
I don't want you to get in no kind of trouble either.
No, I've lost so much weight that I'm not a drug addict, Brenda. That's the problem. These drug addicts come in here, they know I'm very vocal about the drug addict stuff because they get them extra food, the deputies go get them extra trays, snacks, that type of thing. But I'm not a drug addict, so there's a difference. They got this thing where they want to rehabilitate people on drugs and all that, and I get it. You're supposed to love everybody. But that's the thing is, I'm not a drug addict. So if I was a drug addict,
yeah, you're not a drug addict. You've never been a drug addict.
I would qualify to get like the snacks and all that stuff. But I'm not a drug addict, so that's why I don't qualify in that category for medical. Like even though I'm losing weight and tiny, like this other girl in So 9, she's just a known addict and she's in and out of here. The reason she's so tiny is because she does so many drugs. But that's what they do is oh my God, some dealers done gave her so many drugs that she can't help it. And I sit there and be like, no, it's called free choice. You can help it. Cause see what happens is people bring all these drugs in here. This one girl, they just took her to the hospital because she beat herself up black and blue. Beat her own self up now because she was coming off a high. They get this stupid fake meth in here, this synthetic stuff, and it's all mixed with crazy stuff. And these chicks go crazy, man. They be running around here naked. They be fighting themselves. They be acting a fool. But see, that's the difference is they keep me under so much security and like all this stuff, and I don't even do anything wrong. But these drug addict people, shoot, you bring them.
That's because they're scared. That's because they're scared they may do something to you too. You got to take that in consideration.
No, it's not about that. It's not about them doing something. Not about being separated. I'm talking about getting food.
Oh,
I'm talking about
okay.
like the food part. Like I don't care about the segregated part because I ain't got time to get in no trouble with these dumb people, and I surely ain't got nothing to do with drugs, and they be caught with drugs and all that stuff all the time, and I'm okay with that. But when it comes down to like having a radio, there ain't no reason that they couldn't let me have one. There ain't no reason they couldn't let me order food because I don't do stuff to get in trouble. You know what I mean? But like I was saying,
Well,
those people would come in here and do those drugs and stuff. They go off. Oh my God, let me get them an extra tray. Oh my God, let me get them a sack lunch. Let me get them this. They're probably so starved.
mhm. All right,
You know,
and is
I don't
everything
worry.
else? Yeah. Or do you need a book or anything? I mean, you got books to read, or do I need to
Yeah,
order you books?
yeah. I donated I got 5 for them to come pick up because I finished all the ones I had. And so I told Harley when I video visit with her on Friday, she's gonna write down some.
Okay, when she writes them down, then we'll get you some. Yeah, go ahead, write them down so you can tell her what to get you, so we can get you some books. I want to make sure you read, but I want you to get you some kind of books to keep your mind, like puzzles or something. Some kind
Yeah, I
of
did this brain thing, but the problem is they count the books you get or whatever, and they count that as miscellaneous, which is fine. But I do them so fast. It's like this one girl, she sent me in this IQ book, and it had all these like puzzles and numbers, and you had to figure out who did this, who did that.
yeah.
You know, like I did that, and that was good. That lasted for like a good week, so that was good because I was able to like do all the puzzles and stuff for a week. So I was glad she sent me that one.
Well, if I go to the bookstore, which it probably won't be probably to the weekend or something, but if I go to the bookstore and I find one with like a real big, thick one, big, I'll get one of those and send to you.
Well, it has to be sent not from you, but from the people.
Yeah, from Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I get the name of the book and stuff like that,
Yeah, just get the name of the book.
Cherry Lynn Gwen's daughter, I come up here and she's the one that's been sending you that stuff for me on my phone. So I'll have her to do it for you.
That book she gave me was something that had a little brain on it with weights, and it gave you like logical reasoning and deductive reasoning and all that stuff, and that helped because I was like trying to figure out the puzzles, who solved this mystery, you know what I mean, like that type of thing.
Yeah. Well, write it down, like I said, and give it to Harley. And they may have another suggestion or something else for a book like that or whatever. And then when I come up here, I'll have Cherry Lynn to help me find it.
Yeah. Did you ever get her to help you do the video or no?
But you know what? I'm going to ask Cherry Lynn. She usually comes up here at Gwen's every afternoon.
Yeah.
But she'll have to do it on my laptop.
Yeah, do it on your laptop. And you have to have the browser Edge, not Chrome.
I think I got that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got Chrome.
No, don't use Chrome when you call me. Use Edge. Have her download Edge.
Edge.
Yeah.
Okay, Edge.
Use
okay.
Open Edge up when you call me on it because we found out that's been a problem.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Baby, I know you gotta
works
go.
fine because it's Apple.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get with Harley. Okay. I love you, baby.
All right, love you too. Talk later.
And call me, and if you need something, let me know.
Okay. All right. Love you. Bye.
All right. So Amy pushed back a little bit, and then Tisha just shut her down. I think the point that Aunt Brenda was trying to make with the dog and being an emotional support animal is that it costs money. It's not free. And so that was her point, is that,
and
she's
like, I'm funding your guys' lifestyle. And I really you're wanting to pay for things that are not necessities. I think she has a right to say something because she's the one paying for a lot of their stuff. So
that's what I'm saying. Now, I ain't no Aunt Brenda. I'm not a fan, all right, of Aunt Brenda. But listen, when it's somebody else's money that you're spending, they're going to have a say about it. And that's just the facts. That's how it goes. And it's unfortunate, but that's how it works.
Absolutely.
So
what about the part where Brenda talks about watching Harley? She says basically, I told Harley, you don't know what I'm doing, but I'm keeping an eye on you. It's like, so how you keeping an eye on her, Aunt B? That's a little freaky.
Aunt B, you can't even work the damn video call login information, okay? You had to be told and repeat it to yourself 72 times. Edge. First of all, it's Microsoft Edge. So she's going to come over here and try to be looking up Edge and be getting all kinds of stuff that's not right, which I don't know why they're having an issue with Chrome. I know when I got my computer, Microsoft Edge, I don't know, I don't appreciate the high pressure sales tactics. Even when I chose to have Chrome as my default browser, because everything, my phone is Chrome. So all my passwords, all the things, right? It's a big hassle. And I don't like change just for change's sake. I don't even know. Microsoft Edge might be 11 billion times better. I don't know, because I'll never use it because all my shit is logged into Chrome and I'm not changing it. I'm too lazy. I got other stuff to do, is my point. But that's all they want there. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I done clicked default twice. Stop it.
Well, also, what about Tisha? She says, I don't put my faith in men. I put my faith in him. Like, okay, Tisha.
Okay,
That
Tisha.
line just, I wrote it in our private chat so I'd remember it. And then the last thing that I wanted to comment about that was them talking about Harley can't write. And the way they said it too. She's like, yeah, Harley can do math, but she can't write worth a shit. Or
she can't write worth a lick.
The way that worth a lick. I actually put it in the chat. She can't write worth a lick. And I spelled it RITE because the way she said
yes.
Right. It's just not right at all. But
I mean, anytime, any opportunity those two can take to take a swipe at Harley, they take it every single time.
Yep,
you know?
they do.
It's annoying. Okay. Now we have one more call with Amy Lang, and that one is 15 minutes. The next after that calls, they're very quick. They're all like 3 and 4 minutes long, except for the last one. I think the last one to Amy L is a little bit long. Let's just get what we can get to. I'd like to try to get through these tonight just because it'll make sense. You'll see when we end.
Well, you know what? If you want to, though, I can quit when I have to go, and you can just finish the last couple ones, and I can watch from chat with my earbuds.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's what we'll do. Okay. Here we go. It'll all make sense when we get there. I promise y'all. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh, girl. How today?
what's going on?
Well, first of all, you're not gonna believe this, so you might want to sit down.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab a seat. All right, what's up?
They lifted my 2 deputy, my restraints, and they moved me to gym pop.
Are you serious?
Yep. So I'm going to gym pop after my hours are out.
Oh, why?
So I don't think my visit will be whatever. Well, here's the thing. I'm getting worse mentally. I hallucinate worse. My sleepwalking was so bad. Last night, the deputy was like freaked out because I was in the middle of the corner. I mean, it's just not healthy mentally. To be doing it. The biggest thing is I know I'm gonna face the physical problems, and I'm gonna face the verbal abuse. But I got Christ for that,
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that, And I talked to the girls in here who just came from over there. They're over here in lockdown, and they were just like, there's only a few. Most of the time, people come over here, they're completely different than what they are over there. They get in the crowd and they try to show off. But
Yeah.
she was just like, let me just give you the best advice. She said, just stay yourself. Don't talk to anybody about your stuff. She was like, and they just start something, just be like, look, I'm not here to cause any problems. I'm planning on winning my case and be out of here. So just leave me alone. Say what you want to say verbally, leave me alone. And she was like, that's just the best thing. She said, I'll be over there in 3 days, her and these other 2 girls. They were like, I'll be over there in 3 days. I'll be off lockdown and I got you. They were like, so don't worry about it. Then the girl that I'm friends with that got moved, the one I've been friends with for years, she'll be there with me. I'm not like scared. I mean, I'm not scared of any. Shoot, I've been in the freaking mountains of freaking Mexico terrified. You know what I'm saying? I'm not terrified of that. I'm just not gonna start problems. That's not who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not worried about like, what you'll do, because I know you're very level-headed and you know how to like
contain yourself. I just know what other people can be like, and then, all the negative media coverage and things like that.
Yeah.
I won't lie, like I'm worried about you. I think you can definitely handle yourself, but I don't know why they would do this to you.
No. I had to sign a form.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. No, they didn't. I've been vocal about getting me some help because I asked to, well, I mean, I could have stayed in this ward, you know what I'm saying? But the problem with that is they got too many suicide watch people in here, and they got too many people. Me and number 12 are the only people not on lockdown.
Oh, wow.
So that means everybody in the bottom tier is suicidal, and the people in the top tier, lockdown, they can't have property. So the concern was, you slide in property, A, they're not supposed to have it on lockdown, or B, the people suicidal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's limited me from, like, even having a pair of socks, and even just talking, even, like, whatever. I don't necessarily have to have conversations with people, but it helps to have a little more time out to talk to family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
So
I don't know what my time... Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are they giving you more access to, like, the phone and the tablet and things like that? Now that
you'll be able to email me on the tablet. I imagine it'll take a few days before they set it up. I didn't want you to think that I just disappeared. I just wanted to let you know so that way, because I know we had a visit tomorrow, but I won't be in this ward. So I don't know how it's going to work. I know you get like 3 hours out. Again,
okay.
I'll have to feel the situation and see what my group is like and take it little by little, because I'm not going to just get out and be like, hey, because I'm not confrontational like that,
Yeah.
And so I'm going to just do that and take it one step at a time. Of course, Jesus Christ is always with me, and he'll never leave my side. So that's that. I had a hard night, because they came in and they had these new deputy training, and they did shakedowns. They threw away my chapstick, threw away my toothpaste, like threw everything away.
Wow.
But they were training. There was no reason to do it. It was just they were training, and they weren't used to the people in here. They can't have stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They weren't realizing that mine was a different situation, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot to have to deal with.
Yeah, but then on the good point, the lady came who's going to be my investigator. She brought her laptop. She looked at me and she was like, we're going to go over this. She's like, are you ready? And I was like, yeah. And so we talked about, if you don't want to do this, it's fine, whatever. So she got my iCloud information, whatever. And she just looked at me and she goes, oh my God. She goes, they're running you through the mud for no reason. I says, I'm glad that you can sit here and be my second person between you and the other guy that can sit there and tell me that. She was like, they're running you through the mud for no reason. I was like, tell me about it.
So she saw what you have?
Yeah, she just sat there and was like, wow.
Well, I mean, that's really good to hear coming from, somebody else, especially an investigator. If they looked at it and they were like, holy shit, like, this is good, like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was like, they are lighting you up for no reason. She's like, she goes, her words were like, this is all wrong. She's like, this is not just I just broke down like in tears. I was like, I'm trying to tell you, I've been trying to tell people this. And she's like, it's a shame that your public defenders, once she said, it's a shame that they didn't come in. She said, to at least, she said, even though they knew about it, even though they did whatever, she's like, to at least sit here and do it with you and say, wow, like, I'm so sorry you're going through what they're saying and doing. And so she stayed here with me for 2 hours today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a shame that you've had to go through everything that you've gone through. As a matter of fact, I'll just tell you, when I got off the phone with you yesterday, I went out and ran some errands, and I got stamps finally. And then when my roommate came home, he brought in the mail. I didn't think I got any mail yesterday, but I actually got your letter yesterday afternoon. So I sat down and read it, and like at first I was excited to read it, but after I read it, like I sat on the couch and I was in tears. Like that, it hurt me to read because I could tell, what kind of mental state you're in when you wrote it.
And it hurt to read that. Like, I felt like my husband was looking over me like, what is she crying about? But I wrote you back. I'm going to send out my letter here,
Yeah.
probably tomorrow I'll send it out. But it sucks everything that you've had to go through up until this point. But look at how much is starting to turn around for you.
I know. And I'm going to go over there and I'm going to do the right thing. People end up doing something. Like when the deputies came last night and she was like, I got a question for you. She goes, what happens if you over there, and she said people dump you. I said, you know what, here's how it goes. I said, let's be honest. I said, let's just say, something went south. I said, I don't plan on it doing it. This is before I knew the lady would come, right? I said, let's say something went south for some reason. I said, discrimination, who knows what, I said, jury who's been paid off or some stupid shit, I said, I'm gonna be around people because they send me away to Colorado Department of Corrections, right? I said, well, here's the thing about it. I said, what the media don't do is, I said, they don't let you see any good. The good they don't let you see is me and Landon aren't enemies, but they'll portray that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, she consistently stays in contact with either my best friend or someone calling here from her defense team, from her custody team. That's one simple example that people don't see. Just like they don't record, they don't put it on it. Well, the guy upstairs told me that they did put it on the news the other day that I had pieces of information that would help me out. He came and he knocked and told me that. And
I'd seen that on one of the. I saw it on 2 of the articles that I was reading online. They had mentioned that.
Yeah, and so that's my biggest thing. It's people don't know what it is. I mean, but then I got that late. I was so messed up last night. I was out of it because the voices are getting worse. I just, and then I came across the story of Joseph. Joseph was incarcerated for 13 years, and the whole time he kept his class. You know what I mean? Even though he was there wrongfully, what they were saying he was doing wasn't what he did. He kept his class 13 years and kept praying for the Lord, praying for the Lord. Well, then, Joseph ended up becoming in charge of the inmates. And then after that, he ended up working for the king. You know what I mean? And then they found out. Because remember, he interpreted the dreams. It's a good story to read in the Bible. And he interpreted the king's dreams and stuff. And so, I didn't plan to read that yesterday. It was just that I set up and God told me to go to chapter 9 in that book, and I did, and that's what it was talking about. And, I just praying to him. I was like, God, I need some help. I said, I'm not going to go out there and do something crazy. If other people do it, that's not on me. If some people want to add themselves charges for doing stupid stuff, then they can. That's on them.
Let them do that. If someone tries to act up or some shit, just don't participate in it. Let them hook you at your charges, and you just sit there and don't do anything.
Yeah, and that's what I would do because I'm just not going to, because I just won't stoop to that level. You know what I'm saying? They can do the verbal all they want. I don't really give a shit. I've heard just the craziest stuff verbally. I don't mind. I mean, I've heard cut yourself with a razor, put your face in a toilet, drown yourself. I've had to deal with verbal abuse, but the difference is my soul is well with Jesus Christ. So I don't worry about that stuff because I know better and I know where my soul is at and I know where my spirit is going and I know eternal life. And I know this is just another trial in life to go through to test your faith and be stronger, and people look at me like I'm crazy and I'm telling them that. They're like, you really believe that? And I'm like, 100%. I wouldn't have stayed sane in here for 1 year if I didn't have Jesus Christ and that's helping me every day.
Absolutely. And you know what? Last night, I wrote you a letter back last night. And I kept sitting there thinking, I got my Bible out and I read it a little bit last night. So I was sitting there thinking, and this saying kept coming back into my head that I learned a long time ago. It's really simple. It's just let go and let God. And that's what I kept thinking about last night. You're doing what you can within your means, but, all the other stuff, you just have to let go and let God handle what you can't. Mm-hmm. And He's taken care of you thus far. So, I only have the highest hopes for you. I know He's not going to let anything bad happen to you, especially the way things are going now. Things are really looking up for you. And I think that's I think you're gonna go through, some more trials and tribulations until you get to the end goal. But you gotta stay positive. Don't let other people affect you if they try to say or do anything. Just keep your head down, keep to yourself, and then let go and let God.
Yeah, and that's And that's what I was doing. When I was praying to God yesterday, I was like, give me a sign. I was like, just something like, am I reading between the lines the right way? Because sometimes you got to ask God, not that you're doubting him, but you want to know, are you really hearing God or are you hearing Satan? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Satan will come up in there and tell you, your brain is powerful. That sucker's crazy, but it's smart. You know what I mean? You have some crazy thoughts going up in there, but it's also a brilliant thing too, And so sometimes I have to determine, is it my brain, is it Satan, or is it really God telling me to do this? And so I know when I walk through the doors over there, it's going to be all hell breaks loose, But you know what? I'm going to go straight to that scripture, and I'm just going to pray for each and every individual, just like I did when we were in D1 house together. I had to hear it for 30 days. But the difference was I went out by myself.
Right.
Now, I can't be an advocate for me having extra time and then be like, oh, put me over there and hide me. Then that's not, that's contradicting. I can't do that to the jail because I wouldn't want them to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would want them to think I was fiddle-faddling back and forth. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Now, do I say, like, there's certain people that they shouldn't put me on the pod with? Yeah, it's been the vocal people that have been, crazy. One of them, she's gone. And the karma behind it, and I hate to speak about karma. She got out. She went to a sober living home, and she was arrested within 30 days at the sober living home.
Oh, wow.
And I don't really like to say karma because, Lord God, I pray for this girl's heart every day because she was downright ruthless.
You have 1 minute remaining.
But, yeah, I just want to let you know that I'm going to call you back if you got time because I won't get to do your visit tomorrow.
Yeah, I got time.
So I'm going to go over there and probably cancel that because I won't get to do your visit, and I'll call you back in just a minute, okay?
Okay, I'll be here.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, she's Tisha Lynn something else, ain't she, y'all? Man.
I know. She certainly is. I was looking for something. I can't find it to spell it right, but I think they were talking about Caitlin, the investigator for Tellini, that's on his team.
Mm-hmm.
And her what's her last name? Is it Craig or something like that? I don't know. My brain is not working. Maybe you guys remember.
It's 11:24, babe. My brain is absolutely not working. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
We started out buffering. We have not stopped.
Yeah. Well, also, the only thing that I had to say was when she's like, okay, you might want to sit down. They're moving me to Gym Pop. Like, it's so dramatic. And Amy's like, why are they doing this to you? Oh, they're
Right.
not doing it to me. I had to
Right.
sign a thing. Okay.
Right. Exactly. If I remember correctly from the jail file, she does a little hot minute in Gen Pop. It doesn't go according to Tisha's plan. And then she's back, and then she goes back again. If I remember correctly from the jail file. It's been a minute since I looked at that jail file.
I don't remember exactly. I know I was trying to think, but I'm not even going to try to guess because I know I'm not going to be accurate without looking. And
I feel like it's one of those back and forth kind of it's not that it's mainly about having a cellmate. She doesn't really, she wants one, but then she gets mad at the ones that she has and throws poo water. She's like the monkeys from Madagascar. If anyone has any poo, fling it now. That's Letecia. Mm-hmm. Yes, and bitching to the kiosk again. Right, Nana Banana. Oh, boy. Wait, now the next calls are they're quick. They're to Harley, Aunt Brenda, and then Kit. Now, you think that call was dramatic? Wait for this next call. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Yep.
We're almost done.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
what are you doing?
Messaging.
Well, I got something to tell you real quick. I won't keep you long.
Okay.
Just keep me in your prayers. They're moving me to general pop.
What?
I said I'm moving to general population.
Why?
So I canceled your visit for tomorrow because I don't know what time I'll go out now because it'll be a new time. I'll just reschedule it when I find out everything.
Okay.
You know, I'm okay. You know, I ain't worried. I'm not scared about nothing. You know, I'm a tough girl, right? But most importantly, we put it all on God's hands.
Okay.
So he'll be there. It'll help me mentally because I got to do more, you know?
Yeah.
And I know it's by God because yesterday he had me wake up, read the story of Joseph. And I was in spirit I was in the spirit with him for a while. So, but I just wanted to tell you that. So I don't know what the time would be or how, whatever. I'll have to redo a visit, do the 48 hours thing. Plus, I'll need to see what's going on first. I was just going to tell you that so you didn't think I was just missing in action, okay?
Okay. You said that happens tomorrow?
Huh?
What happens tomorrow?
Well, I canceled the one for tomorrow because I'll have like a new time that I go out. It'll be like, how long do you get out? If there is time? Yeah.
No, I mean, you go there tomorrow?
Like, know the time to do the visits and stuff like that? Yeah, so I'll just reschedule the visit and,
No, I meant you go there tomorrow?
Okay. No, I'm going in just a little bit.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is this is my time out now today, so it won't be that 7 o'clock tomorrow, which will be 9 o'clock your time. That's why I canceled it.
Okay.
So that way you aren't like sitting there like, where's mom at? You know?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to say that. Love you so much. I'm gonna call Aunt Brenda and let her know. But she said she'd give me money for commissary.
Okay. Love you too.
Bye. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, I was gonna tell you I found out some news that I'm getting moved to Gen Pop today.
Getting moved where?
Like with the population, with everybody. So
Well, congratulations. That's good.
Yeah, I'll be able to order food. So I was gonna tell you that. So that way you would know, and I'll be able to do longer visits and like stuff like that. And the only thing is, you know, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about people, and I'm not gonna start in trouble. But you know, just keep it in prayer with Jesus that you know these people that are ruthless, they just mind their business. You know.
Well, you know what? You're gonna have to, like I told you before. Every time something comes up, just say, God, give me health, give me strength. Yep. Let me keep my tongue to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, okay, so if you get to go there, I need to send you money because we're going to be able to buy food.
Well, I was going to order a radio too, and I think the radio is like $30-some plus the batteries.
Well, go ahead and order.
That'll help me so I can listen to gospel music and stuff like that.
Okay, order your radios, and you want me to, you want me to have Harley to send you some more money?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to I can order socks now, and I can order a long sleeve shirt. So I was going to order that. So.
Okay, Harley's at work now. She went to check classes this morning. She's at work.
Yeah.
So she's going to be at home tonight because we're looking for a storm.
Oh, so is it like a bad storm or just a...
Yeah, a bad storm.
Okay.
So I told Harley, I said, Harley, whatever you do, you keep your rump at home tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I said, you do not go nowhere tonight.
Right. Okay.
I said, because that storm's coming and you don't need to be out.
Okay.
Cool, so I'm gonna have Harley to send you $200.
Okay.
That should tie you over for a little while.
Yeah.
Some food and everything, right?
The thing is just getting some, like the radio and the shirt and stuff, because that's what I'm gonna do is just keep to myself and stay busy. You know what I mean?
I'll get you the radio and stuff like that. So, I could. Now, will we send it the same way as we did the other stuff?
Yeah, it's the same way. It's just being in a different location. That's all.
Okay. All right. I'll make. And you're gonna send me an address and everything or whatever, and give it to Harley?
It's the same place. It's just I'm going to be like in another part of the facility.
So that code number I got, that 80 whatever that's your number is, that's
still the same. The only difference is you just get housed in a different location. Instead of being in the mental health ward and the suicide ward, I'll be in a different one.
Yeah,
I was getting worse, Brenda. I was getting worse mentally, because I was all day in there, and I was dealing with people like delusions and like hallucinating, and it was just getting worse.
Maybe I know. I mean, it's just like
you speak Southern, you talk Southern slang, and then when you go up north, you start getting that little Northern slang. I mean, seriously.
I know.
So, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
And then
but
I'll
I'll
see, because they burn out so tiny. Like, you don't know how much weight I lost.
Oh, yes, I do, baby.
So,
I haven't seen you, but everybody else has on the news.
yeah. They said I was skinny. They said I was skinny.
They said, yeah, they said she's pale.
Yeah, pale and
I
skinny.
said, well, you will be too, because you don't get out that much. So this is going to help you a lot. This is going to make you more positive.
And then on a good note, I was going to tell you this. So the investigator lady came today that was helping me, and she was able to bring her laptop, and she was able to get that evidence that helps me. And she came and, like, she almost was in tears, and she was like, she shook my hand, and she was like, I am so glad I was able to come today. She was like, these people are beating you down, she said, for no reason. And she was like, we are so glad to help you. She was like, I'm so glad that we're able to get this. And so that was a positive sign. Then I came back and found out about that. So, the praying works. Praying has always worked. So we got to keep praying, because it's still a long battle, in order to get this done. And then on top of that, I'm going over to people that are going to put me through a lot, verbally. I mean, I risk the chance of getting jumped, like all kinds of things like that. But at the end of the day, Jesus Christ was there. So I feel like if we all just get together and pray for these people and their hearts and minds, that they don't get to see the real picture, I know he'll step in, So I just wanted to get everybody on the prayer band for that,
Yeah, and just as soon as you get out and everything, we're going to move from around here.
Yeah, heck yeah. I'd write you in a letter and told you Texas sounds good.
I mean, we're yeah. I haven't got one recently, but
okay,
yeah,
well,
I'm already. I've seen several places in Texas or somewhere. We're moving from around here. We're not going to stay here. That's sure.
No, I'm going
that's for sure. We're gonna sell everything here at this house and everything. We're gonna sell this property and all here, and get us some money when you get out, and we're gonna move. We're gonna move from around here.
Yeah, I'm going with you, and I ain't looking back. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to tell you that real quick. I gotta go get ready to get my stuff together, and just, if you wouldn't mind, anybody you could think of, just put them on the prayer list. Put me on the prayer list for that. That these people, when I go over here in this war, that they don't, they're gonna talk junk. I don't care. But it's just
let them talk. Let them talk.
Yeah,
let them talk.
it's
Let
just
them talk.
that, I mean, I ain't trying to, me, I don't do things to get in trouble. Or just gotta pray for their hearts and minds, and that's all I'm asking. Reach out to some people and tell them to be praying for their hearts and minds.
Okay, I will.
All right.
And I love you, baby.
I love you too. Bye.
And I'll see you the Monday tonight, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
With Harley. All right, bye, baby.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I can't. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I know. Brenda wanting the address. That is so funny. Bendy, I guess
Brenda?
I'm going to jump in
Okay.
chat and finich from chat.
Okay.
But I love you so much, and thank you for having me on. And also thank you for
welcome,
doing
babe.
this, because editing these and stuff, because I know that it's, we're doing the trial and stuff too, and I am just so exhausted. I know you have to be exhausted too. So thank you. I just appreciate
welcome,
that so
babe.
much.
It's not that bad.
All
It
right.
really isn't. It's not that it's not that bad. Now that
Well,
I have
I know,
better,
but still.
like the computer is better and it's faster. A lot of what my frustration was in the first batch was because the jail files themselves are really big. The calls are, but if you can download a batch at a time, and so it doesn't. And then if you just but bottom line is I just didn't have enough memory or storage. Now that I have that, I'm fine. It's much faster. So
Right. I know the ones that I've done haven't been too bad, but also I haven't clipped out all the breaks and all that stuff. And even if it's not that hard, it's time consuming, and that's the thing. You know what I mean? That makes it just it just it's exhausting after so much stuff. So yeah, thank you for doing
it's a lot.
it.
Yeah. I think the thing. You're welcome, babe, and I appreciate you being grateful. It's not that big of it. I'm happy to do it. My biggest. I think what was really pressing me this week, honestly, isn't actually these. It was Kayla's testimony. I still haven't. I'm still not right after that. It's still weighing heavy, and I cannot imagine what those jurors are going through.
Oh
And we're
God.
not even done.
Yeah, because they had no idea. Like for me, it was tough, but not that tough. I feel like almost the arrest affidavit hit me a little harder because that was when we first heard
Yes.
everything. And for
Yes.
these jurors, they are just hearing it all. And oh,
It's one thing, though, I think, for you and I to read it. That was awful. Those details were horrendous. And they weren't even all of the details, right? Just enough. But I think what 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 made that so hard is hearing her say it. And
right.
watching her, there were moments you could see when she was looking at pictures of Harmony, of her bedroom, and the bag and the ceiling, where I could tell that Kayla was reliving it. What that means for Kayla, I don't know. I'm not in her brain, and I can't, I don't know I can't say I don't know what she feels. And that's not even really the point.
Right.
The point is that us watching it and hearing it, hearing those details, we already had braced ourselves. We kind of knew what was coming, but we didn't know at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, I still feel I had a harder time with the affidavit, but I definitely know what you mean, and I think that it's hard. I'm just exhausted all around.
Yeah.
And I think that part of it is also like taking notes like that because I have to sit there, like I can't even check messages. I can't do anything else. It is nonstop listening to each word and then retyping it. And that makes it more difficult. But also I want to do that because if I don't, I'm not going to remember details that I want to
Mm-hmm.
remember. So it's my choice, but it does make it
Work.
difficult.
It's hard work. Covering a trial is hard work. It goes
Yeah.
quickly. There's a lot of information that comes out. And it's hard because you're hearing the information, right? But you also have to process what you're actually hearing, and so, and then, and different things hit you at different times.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
It's a lot, but anyways, okay, so I'm
but,
gonna finish listening from chat, and
okay.
I love you so much, and I love you guys in the
You
chat
too,
so
babe.
much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay,
All
all
right.
right.
Bye, babe. Bye. Okay. The next call is from the unknown YouTuber. And then we have one more with Amy. Now, I don't think the one with the unknown YouTuber is, oh God, this chair is hurting me, is incredibly long. I think it's pretty quick. Amy's is long though. I think most of the time when she speaks to Amy, it's the full 15 minutes. So, but anyway, I guess let's get started. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Letecia!
Hey, sorry. I had to run upstairs
It's
again.
okay.
So I was going to tell you, I'm getting moved to Gen Pop today.
What happened?
They're moving me to Gen Pop.
Oh, that's a good thing, huh?
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to cause any problems. So I'm not under restraints anymore. I'm not on 2 deputies. So I'm moving in more population. So, just keep me in your prayers for that. I'm not going to start any stuff. But, there are some cool people
No.
about the situation,
No, I know you won't.
Just,
I know you won't.
their biggest concern was worrying about, like, getting jumped, that type of thing. But you know what? I take Jesus with me everywhere. And so we're just going to tell a bunch of people to stay on the prayer, stay in prayer about that, that I'm not going to speak to people's ignorance. Sometimes you can touch people's hearts and minds and pray for them. And I've done a lot praying, and God came to me last night and woke me up and had me read the story of Joseph. And he just kept telling me to be patient, be patient. And then 2 good things happened today. I woke up and I had my investigator here. And she was like, she came and brought the computer. and she was just like freaked out. She was like, I cannot believe she got to see my evidence, and she was like, I cannot believe you've been beat down like this. She was like, she shook my hand and she was like, we're so glad to work with you. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
I was going to tell you, I mean, the thing about me, but I'm going to tell you, you know, I had a lot of hate come on me, but now people are finally leaving me alone, and I only had one person told me I'm pathetic, and I had other people message me privately saying that I'm a good person and I'm doing a good thing with you.
Yeah, I've been praying about that too because I hate when I hear things like that. People that, get attacked or get whatever. I mean, even like my advisor counselor, people run their mouth and he's a great attorney and he's just helping me as an advisory, like that type of thing. But like this girl told me in here, she says, people paint on you, she said, then we get to come in here and know you in this ward. She said, you're consistently stopping to pray with people, helping people write letters, help this one girl write her social security paperwork. She's like, you're at the doors praying with people like, if you don't know Jesus, please let me pray with you. She's like, people don't really get to know exactly who you are. She was like, they only get to see what people get to paint over there. She was like, my just advice to you is, she was like, just go over there and do the right thing. She says, they want to start drama. She said, do what you've been doing, praying for them. I said, I will. I will continue to do that. I said, because at the end of the day, they don't know what I know. And they don't get to see what I've let a few people in on to see. And I said, and that they know. I said, and those are the people that can sit here right now and be like, wow, this is definitely not what it seems. I am, only a few people have got to see that and got to do that. But, that's just a start. And so it was kind of like a looking up, but I just wanted to let you know I don't have a few minutes before they take me over there. But I was going to let you know, because it might be a few days before I can ever call you again or whatever. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. I know they're going to keep me no cellmate, so I'll still be no cellmate.
Will you still be in the same building?
Yeah.
Like if I send you a card?
Yeah, I'll be in the same building. I had to sign a paper that they're releasing me from protective custody and my reasons why, and why I was wanting to come off the restraints and the two deputies and all that stuff. And like I've been in prayer, I've been in prayer for a long time about this, but it's still going to come with a bunch of trials and tribulations because I'm going to be facing basically facing the media over there. You know what I mean? And not just the media, but the people, and so just keep me in your prayers for that. I'll do the right thing.
I do. I think about you all the time, just so you know that. And I tell everybody that I will not be mean to you, and you're kind to me, and we have a different kind of relationship.
Yeah. And so I called a few people real quick to let them know to be in prayer about it and to let's, do the right thing. It helped me mentally because I've got worse. I was sleepwalking last night. I mean, I was freaked out. I was thinking they were trying to tell me to hold the Mexican Mafia. I had to join the Mexican Mafia or they were going to hold me for ransom because I didn't want to be in the vampire group anymore. And I mean, it is getting worse mentally if I don't have some type of, because I'll have more time out, and I'll like listen to a radio and, like that type of thing. And so I just been praying, God, I'm losing my mental ability here. When I finally got someone on board who can help lead me in the right direction, who's gotten a chance to get my evidence, I finally got that and I'm losing it, And he came to me last night and was like, nope, you're not going to do that. And he woke me up to read the story of Joseph. And I did. And, some good things happened today, but there's still going to be a lot going on. Because like I said, I'm facing a massacre going over there, but everything I'm going to do, I do in Christ, and I'm just going to be praying for them before I go over there, and I thought I'd tell a few people too, But,
I'll keep you in my prayers for sure.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was okay for me to send anything because you're doing your own attorney work.
You said what now?
You know what I mean? You're doing all your own paperwork. You're representing yourself now. So I just haven't written a letter.
And I got the advisory council, and I got the investigator lady. When she came today, I really feel like for the first time, I actually had somebody who believed in me. Because when she got to find out, she just was just looking at me like, wow, and that felt really good, And so I know it's still a long battle ahead, but that was a good thing. But anyway, so I got to get off of here because I got to get my stuff ready. I need to call Harley back one more time to let her know I need to cancel the video visits. By the way, if you download that app, you'll be able to schedule a visit on Getting Out app. And
Oh, really?
yeah, so I'll have time out, and you can send me pictures if you want to or whatever.
Yeah, so you can see who you're talking to.
Yeah, it's called Getting Out. Just download
Okay.
the app, but just so you know, you need to use the Safari browser or something like that or
A
Edge.
Safari?
Or Edge, because Chrome makes stuff crap shut down. And I'll get back with you and give you my timeout, and I'll have a better schedule of a timeout then, and you'll be able to schedule like a 15-minute video visit if you want.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Cool. All right. So I thought I'll let you know that, and I'll be in contact with you in a few days or so.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Okay, so the only thing that I really have to say about that call right there is it kind of goes with the other calls where she's talking about the investigator that came in and shook her hand. Okay, maybe she did shake her hand when she met her. All right. But I do not believe for 1 second that that lady shook her hand, broke down into tears after Letecia showed her this BS evidence that she claims that she has that literally nobody has seen, right? Doesn't exist, and told her that they're completely railroading her and this is just terrible. Listen, this is what I think. And do I think that she said this out loud? Probably not. But I would imagine that the investigator listened to Letecia, all the things, right? And the only thing that I can think of that she would say to her is like the detective from Stephen McDaniel's case down there in Macon, Georgia, where he's the one in the chair that leans all the way back, and he says to Stephen, "You're fucked either way." That's about all I can think of that this investigator is thinking when she's walking out of there, because this video does not exist. She's not talking about the candle video, you guys. That's not the video that she's talking about. There's this is a separate, wholly, completely, totally made up, does not exist video, because she cannot possibly think that the candle video helps her in any way, shape, or form. The video she's talking about has other people in it, not just Gannon. We've all heard her describe it. I don't think it's the same video. She is out of control. She just is delusional. But let me say this. There is a reason why she is telling who she's telling about this video. Okay. She's telling Amy and she's telling the YouTuber for a specific reason and intent. She wants them to put this out there. And I don't recall any article that outright stated that Letecia actually has evidence that will clear her name or prove her innocence. What I recall is she claims that there's evidence that will clear her. But spoiler alert, where's the video, Letecia? And then how come you changed your plea to not guilty by reason of insanity? Because that is, again, for the 11 billionth time, an affirmative defense. You're admitting guilt. Ding dong. I'm over her. All right, we have one last call. It's the full 15 minutes because I see here we're at 107.10 and we have to make it to 118.11. So y'all do the math. It's like 11 minutes and 1 second. And it's Amy. So here we go. Brace yourselves. I don't even remember the contents of this call either. I'm sorry. It'll be a surprise. It'll be like I'm hearing you again for the first time with all of you guys. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, will you do me a favor? Can you text my investigator for me?
Yeah.
Uh,
I got the phone real quick. All right, what do you want me to say?
So the number's 303
Uh-huh.
919
Uh-huh.
4004. And just
Okay.
say, you probably should put my first name. I said after she left today that they came and told me they were removing the restraints and they moved me to Gym Pop, just so she knows.
Okay.
Because me and her was talking about it when she came earlier about if there was anything I could do to be able to work with them more. And I was going to let her know she didn't have to do that because now, you know.
Should I just say that? Should
Tell
I say
your
I'm like your
friend of mine.
cousin or something?
Yeah, just say cousin. You can say you're my cousin.
Okay.
My long lost cousin from North Carolina. Kind of close to the area, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like 30-ish minutes away from Lumberton, might as well be.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just said, hey, this is Letecia's cousin. After you left today, they said they were removing her restraints and that they're moving her to general population.
Yeah, and I basically just wanted her to know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I called a few people because I had to call my aunt and told her that I could order radio and stuff now so she could stuff taken from, because Harley's been using money in the account to pay for, you know, living and all that stuff. And so she's like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to do it. So I called a couple of people and just said, you know, look, you know, I'm facing a big battle going over there, but they're letting me try it, you know, and they had me to sign a release form. I said, basically, they're saying it's on you, is what they're basically saying. You know what I mean? Which I get it, because their job is to protect people, so they're saying it's on you for signing this form. So I just said, you know, y'all know how I am. I grew up in a very crazy place. I ain't scared, but I didn't cause trouble. I said, but I, you know, I'm facing a big battle, and I said, let's just be in prayer for these people, you know. And I said, you know, I said, you ain't got to worry about me doing drugs. I said, I don't do drugs. When they bring the drugs in, you ain't worried about me doing that. I said, it's just, you know, the concern that they had the whole time was about not me behaving wrongly. It was, you know, people jumping you or, you know, being on the phone, getting, you know, but that happens to regular people too.
Right.
Heck, this one girl was on the phone and she was pissed because she was taking up the whole phone time, so she knocked her out.
Oh.
you know what I mean? So, like, I'm dealing with people who have lived in this type of environment, you know, but that doesn't mean I can't be praying for them. So I told my aunt to make sure she messaged my family, let them know about the prayer chain with that, and they were like, absolutely. Yeah.
That's good. Your investigator actually just texted me back real quick.
Did she?
Yeah, she said, whoa, okay, thank you.
Yeah. She said, whoa.
Yeah. Well,
okay, good. But then I just wanted her to know so she didn't have to look into that information, you know, add more work to her because we already have you know, a shit ton of work to do anyway, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, this could actually go really well for you because I mean, you were able to make a friend being where you were.
Yeah.
So I mean, you never know. You might actually meet some people there that are, you know, going through some things on their own. And you might actually hit it off and make some friends there that'll, you know, help look out for you and stuff.
Well, like this other girl just told me when I went to go get my book back from her, she was like, look, T, she goes, you got to understand. She was like, there's people in here who have actually, like, took children, molested them, raped them, she was like, stuff like that. She said, but you don't know it because they don't blast them all over the news.
Yeah.
She was like, I know you well enough. She said, when I came in here and got to know you, she said, I looked at my roommate because she had a cellmate. She said, I said, they something up. That girl ain't did what they said she did. She was like, she said, it's not right. She said, it doesn't make any sense. You know, she was like, that girl's always at somebody's door praying and doing this, doing that, helping them, doing that. I mean, I write Social Security letters for people, letters to different companies for people. I go pray with people. People come here on drugs. You know, like that type of thing. Like they see there's something missing, you know. And
yeah.
And so she was like, that's just the key. She was like, just say it to people. Look, you don't know the whole story. I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. So.
And you know, it's one thing to read the stuff that people put on, you know, social media and the internet and on television, but it's entirely different when they actually get to know you face to face. And I think that's going to change a lot of people's perception, you know.
And the biggest thing is there's TVs in there. So, you know, the media is going to light it up when they can. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's just because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, I know someone greater than that. Greater than the media, greater than the powers that be here. and all power and authority has been given to him. You know, and it wasn't meant to be easy. He didn't let it be easy for Joseph. He didn't let it be easy for John the Baptist when he got his head chopped off. You know,
What's that saying? It's like nothing good in life comes easy, or something like that, you know?
no. And, you know, so I called him at Harley, and she was a little worried. I said, Harley, you know me. She's like, I'm not worried about you, Mom. I know you're good by yourself, one-on-one with somebody. I was like, listen, I know. You know that. She knows, like, anytime people, she was the type of Burger King where people come up and try to do something to the kids, and then I'll stand on top of the table. I was like, you will not mess with our kids. And then someone run me over with a stroller at Disney World. And the back of my leg was like pouring blood. I said, excuse me, ma'am, you could at least said you're sorry. And she was like, you know, running her mouth about something. I turned around, I was like, oh, we can do this here, but we're gonna move away from the kids section. I said, we're gonna move away from the kids section. We're gonna go to the adult side. You know, Harley remembers, because like I ain't gonna take no junk, but I don't start stuff. I'm not gonna just sit there and be. But I've changed a lot more too over the years because you grow more in Christ and you mature more as an adult. You know.
Oh yeah.
And you'd be like, man, this ain't even worth my time of day. Like you ain't even worth. Like none of these chicks in here are worth me getting a charge. None of these chicks in here are worth me getting anything violent, because at the end of the day, when I walk out of here, because I would not be found guilty on these charges. That's going to say a lot, too, when they say, wow, yeah, she's not violent. She doesn't do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know if it was the same for you. I know when I was younger, like a teenager, like it was really important to me to prove a point to other people. But the older I've gotten, the more it's just easier for me to let people think what they want to think and do what they want to do, and keep to myself, because it's, you know, less confrontation, less argument.
Because when they took my stuff last night, I was sitting there I was crying, and I went to the Lord in prayer, and he came over me. It was almost like he touched me, and he was like, don't even send the kite. Don't even send the good. Don't even worry about it. I'll provide for you to rebuy that stuff. That's exactly what happened, and I didn't send it. I said, you know what? You're right, Lord. Don't need to send it. Sure, it might be an accident, but he'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And that was just how it was.
Yeah.
Because I was upset. Like you got, this is $8. This shit's expensive in here, you know?
Jeez, that is expensive.
Like a thing of chapstick's $2. It's the kind you get at the dollar store. And you know the dollar store is already making a profit.
Yeah.
The Colgate toothpaste was $4.12.
Good God.
Colgate now. Colgate. We ain't talking about Pro-Enamel. We're talking about Colgate.
Yeah,
so
not even the good stuff.
I know. So I'm just like, but you know what? He just said, don't do it. And I started reading that book, and it was talking about, it was just saying Joseph's character in all that time just kept being, God, it's your will. If this is what you want me to be right now in this time, in this season, use me to make it a better situation. And Joseph, he became over the prisoners, and he used that situation to grow other people to Christ before he was ever released.
Right.
I'm not trying to say I'm trying to be like Joseph. My point is, he will use you if you allow him, but you just got to stay with the image of Jesus. You can't go off being like Satan, acting fool, you know?
Exactly, yeah. And
I mean,
like you said earlier,
bleeding and everything, and I still never have disrespected them like that.
Well, like you said earlier, the brain is a really powerful thing, and sometimes, you know, thoughts come into your head, you can't really discern whether or not it's a good or the wrong choice.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've always gone with my gut instinct, and my gut has never led me wrong. So when, you know, I get caught up in situations like that, you know, I go with my gut, and I go to God, and I try to figure it out that way. And I'd say I'm pretty successful at making the right decision most of the time. I still slip up because I'm not perfect, but you know, I think you'll do just fine. I mean, you've got the right ideas, and now that you're going where you're going, you're going to have a lot more access to other things in the commissary and things like that, right?
Yeah, and what she was saying too, she was like, the investigator was like, we can help you so much more. She was like, even if you end up getting a hired attorney.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
She was like, and I know your family was talking about it. You know, she said, I heard a few things here and there. And yeah, sorry.
Well,
I was about to say something. But anyway, she was just saying that real quick. I don't even know what I said. I'll think of it and tell you later. So I hang up. They were asking me about lunch. But okay.
Well, I was going to say, I got my stimulus check. We got like a decent amount.
Okay.
So when you get to where you're going, I paid up on all my bills. When you get to where you're going and you get situated, hit me up and let me know. And I would like to give you some money so you can treat yourself to something nice, you know, in the commissary, some more Colgate.
Yeah.
some
They're
more
moving
Pepsi.
They're moving me next door today, but like I said, I don't need the timeout and all that stuff. So just if I don't call you tomorrow, the next day, you'll know
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Let me know what's going on for sure, and I'm definitely gonna send some money your way so you can,
cool.
you know,
And we'll
treat
be able to do
yourself.
the visits over there a lot better because you have more time. Okay, great.
Awesome.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say, y'all. I really do not know what to say. I can't take her sermons, number one. And what's wrong with Colgate's all? I mean, I prefer Crest, but whatever. I mean, you know, you're in freaking jail, Letecia. I think the issue for me, I mean, I have several, but right now the issue for me is that she's so uppity and judgmental of everybody else in that place with the charge that she's got. You know, I just, I mean, look, Letecia, you talking to men in a damn toilet, okay? You ain't that bougie. Cut it out. Like, just shut up. I'm over it. All right, you guys. So that's about it. That's all I got for tonight. I'm tired. I'll be back tomorrow night with Allie, and well, hopefully we can get through and maybe hopefully finish March. Spoiler alert, there are calls on the 19th. So I don't know why she's got everybody, you know, all hyped thinking that she's not fixing to be able to talk to anybody for a minute. That there's calls on the 19th, Tisha. Like, come on. She's just she's just ridiculous. You know, and then she's over here trying to talk about economics with, you know, well, you know, the chapstick is $2 and, you know, the dollar store is already making a profit. They don't buy from the dollar store. Whatever. I don't know what she's doing with the chapstick, but they threw it away and everybody got mad. And Letecia got mad and she said it was because they were training and yada, 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 whatever. She's full of shit. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you all for being here. And I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, I think me and Allie have, are going to talk. I think we're going to do the, cross-examination tomorrow. I can't really take any more of the direct examination from, Kayla. I think we've all heard it. So we're just going to start with the cross-examination tomorrow. All right. You guys have a great rest of your night and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.